Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's a magnificent Monday. Coming off a crazy weekend in wrestling. We don't stop as we kick off another week with WWE RAW tonight. Welcome back to the Wrestling for Life Network. I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. You're feeling good. You're doing good. You're ready for more wrestling. We got it all, folks. We will be your live reaction to all the action. So strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream, and we are the channel that just watches more live wrestling than anybody else out there. Happy to be back at it again. We have not stopped, coming off what was an insane weekend, including a 9-hour marathon, a 4-hour all-women's pay-per-view, and now we got Raw, the Fallout week. What is going to happen? A new era in AEW plus WWE Raw. Lots of news, lots of things to talk about. Big gauntlet match tonight and so much more. We're going to be here for every minute of it, folks. And this all leads to Slammiversary at the end of the week. So there ain't no rest for the wicked. It's going to be a fun one. Me and that pretty face having for the next couple hours. So make sure I already said that. Make sure you get in that chat, like, share, subscribe, click all the buttons, be a part of the family, be a part of the shows. And in case you don't know, I am Mr. Evernight KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I am Big Nick, and yes, after 15 hours of wrestling, we're back at it like a jackrabbit, saying, "Give me more, give me more." And we got a huge show tonight, I believe.
Yeah, it should be a real big one. I know a lot of talk about Seth Rollins being injured and that changing plans. I think that's why we're getting this impromptu gauntlet match as 5 big names in the gauntlet match. Penta, Jey Uso, CM Punk, Braun Breaker, and who am I missing?
LA Knight. Yeah.
LA Knight. How could I miss LA? But yeah, we're looking forward to it. Nikki Bella back in action for the first time in like almost a decade, taking on Chelsea Green. That will be interesting. Wasn't expecting it. We thought maybe Evolution and then bye-bye, but Nikki's still here.
Yeah, I mean, might be just kind of the one-off kind of, match and everything, slight appearance. And it's still, did they have stuff set up for her? That was a Freudian slip and a half. Did they have stuff set up for her after, because of Liv Morgan, and now that she's injured? Well, we already had dates for you. We're already going to do stuff with you, so we might as well do something with you.
Yeah, maybe. I think that, it seems like she's here. I can't imagine tonight being a one-off. I imagine tonight will lead to something. We're only 3 weeks away. People have to remember this. 3 weeks away from SummerSlam. And then only a few weeks away, or a couple weeks after that, we get back we go to Paris. So it doesn't stop. We got lots coming your way.
Do you think that they had something set up for her till Paris, and so now they've just got to keep that going? We're already going to use you there.
Yeah, maybe. That makes a lot of sense. I could see that.
She didn't win the Battle Royal. She said she was going to be in there. Well, I think that's why they put her into the Battle Royal, and saying that she was going to have, try and win the spot in Paris, because she was already going to probably have a match with Liv there. Okay. So now do you work a feud with her and Chelsea?
Maybe. I mean, Chelsea Green's technically not a Raw talent, so I was surprised that it's Chelsea Green that's going to take on Nikki here tonight, but we'll see. We know a lot of things are scrambled eggs. LA is not exactly, but we all know the brands are just imaginary at this point. So, yeah, any way the wind blows doesn't really matter to us. Yeah, a little surprised, but Chelsea's awesome. Chelsea's been doing her thing. Chelsea's still killing it. So her and Nikki, we'll see what it means, see where it goes. I was thinking today, Chelsea has the Hervis. There's 3 of them. Does Nikki need some help? Does she need a Brie? Does she need somebody else? Does she need some old friends to help her get through this?
My brain was literally starting to go there because I was like, well, were they going to do Nikki versus Liv? Or are they going to do Nikki versus and Brie versus Liv and Raquel?
Yeah.
Something like that. Because I just don't want to hear Primo. Oh.
But I see that chat filling up. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Congratulations to Christian, our new predictions champion. And I think he's watching baseball tonight, which is odd. Get over here. We strip your title. But I'm just kidding, Christian. Congratulations to Christian. Big shout out to OG Dale. A few others had a really good weekend. But at the end of the weekend, Christian steals it. So congrats to him on a phenomenal weekend of predictions. Remember, folks, these prediction titles are always on the line. Every PLE, every pay-per-view, it will be on the line for Slammiversary come this weekend. So again, congratulations to Christian. Top 3 from our stream last night. Spaz, Damian, Ronan. Congrats to you guys for grabbing the crowns. But yeah, I mean, again, lots coming your way tonight. We also talked about Naomi will be in the building tonight. Your new world champion, Raw world champion, by the way. She's on the right brand. But yeah, Naomi with what a lot of people are calling of like the heist of a lifetime.
Yeah, I've seen that. The heist of a decade, how it was similar to the heist of the century. It was an amazing moment. Trust me. I know we have it as a short on the channel and everything. And Anthony sent it to us. The joy you could hear in that man's voice when this was happening. Just, yes, that was such a great moment. And I think what made it even better was the match before it, in my opinion, best women's match that WWE's put on.
I think effectively, and based on what I did today going through social media as I do, it feels like if the goal was to steal the headlines coming out of the weekend, they did. There was way more talk about Evolution, way more talk about Naomi than just about anybody in wrestling. I think Evolution stole the headlines coming into Monday. I feel like to the IWC anyway, a lot of stuff that happened on All Out, they only are All In. The primary thing that everyone was talking about was the fact that Adam Page won, but even that lost out to Naomi stealing the title.
Is that recency or is that just it's the bigger moment?
No, I think it's a better moment. I think it was a bigger moment. I saw places like busted open with polls, like thousands and thousands of people voted. And the larger fan base is the WWE. I know some people don't want to hear that, but ultimately there was a lot more people today, even like wrestlers and stuff, like lots of tweets and a lot of acknowledgement. Way to go, Fatu. I didn't see a whole lot of way to go, Hangman. Like it was overwhelming. She was overwhelmingly the favorite on that. I think WWE did a good job on Sunday stealing the weekend.
Well, and especially with Evolution, I think that show from top to bottom was great. Like the triple threat match that started it off was the best women's match WWE had done for about 2.5 hours till the main event between Io and Rhea. And All In kind of felt like, you know, like you want to watch an award show and you're waiting for like the last couple that really matter. Yeah, that's what it kind of felt like. If we're just getting through like best cinematography before we get to best actor.
That's a great way to put it. And I think that ultimately was the difference for me between All In and Evolution, was that Evolution didn't have every match seemed to have a purpose or matter and went really well. And Tony Khan, I hope he continues to mature as a booker and learn that don't put those collision matches, don't put those throwaway dynamite matches on your pay-per-views. They hurt the pay-per-view. Yeah, it's fun. You get to say FTR was on the pay-per-view, even though it was 0 hour, or, you know, you get a fatal 4-way, which I know it was supposed to be Cole and Fletcher, but even Cole and Fletcher wasn't built like a pay-per-view match. So we've said it a lot here. He could shave off an hour of his pay-per-view. And I know people out there, I can't believe people are complaining about the length of a show. That's not the issue. If you have 5 hours, 7 hours, 12 hours of absolute bangers, which is almost impossible, we're right there with you. But it's because, like you said, we waited and waited and waited for the final 3, the triple main event. And then I think the triple main event delivered, especially for the fan base. It was a very successful weekend. I retweeted a post from somebody today. I wish I could give him credit, but I can't do it right now. But maybe I'll come back to it. But the idea of, if you looked at a lot of the videos, a lot of the pictures, a lot of the fan stuff, lots of smiles. So I don't give a fuck what brand you like more. It was a good week in wrestling. Some fans out there got to stop being so insecure, stop being so weird and contrived. Like, just understand that Tony and Mercedes can have a great match, and so can Io and Rhea. And everybody can be happy. Like, I'm not asking you to like the other brand, but just this insecure, this inferiority complex that they have. It's so fucking funny to watch it on the internet of just like, yeah, but relax, guys. Like, again, you don't work there. Relax.
Well, that 100%. You don't work there. And again, don't work in absolutes. And we talked about this before we went live and everything, of how this was probably the best weekend in wrestling we've had in a very long time. Top to bottom, I don't think there was much of a miss. Like, yes, even if we're critical of All In or this or that or anything, that it was still a really great show. It was still probably their best pay-per-view of 2025. We argued about that, of whether it's better than Revolution. So it's a win across the board for everybody. If you didn't like anything this weekend, maybe wrestling isn't for you. If you came out of here with something negative to say or negative to really bitch about and everything, maybe wrestling isn't for you.
Yeah, I saw a couple accounts, and there's bad apples everywhere. But like, if you're complaining about both wrestling shows, just go pick something else to watch, because a lot of good fun shit happened. Nick and I were live for like all those hours, and we had a good fucking time doing it. We really enjoyed the wrestling. Yeah, are there little things we can critique? You and I get a little nitpicky because of what we do for our JOB here, as far as breaking down some of the production choices, or some mishaps, or
pacing and stuff like that, like stuff that your casual viewer doesn't notice.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, right? If you're a kid in the arena and Adam Page is finally beating John Moxley, you don't give a shit that the run-ins and the Darby situation they didn't really do that properly. They kind of missed a chance for a big pop, but they don't care. But ultimately, like I said, a lot of fans out there were vocal over the last 24 hours. I know a lot of fans were kind of hard on Triple H about, like, he was non-committal about doing this every year. I do want to quickly explain to the people who are watching, as we got 74 with us already, and we want to see triple digits in that chat. So get in that chat. Don't be quiet. Don't be shy. But Nick, and before we say hello to everyone,
yes,
Triple H's answer when it came to an annual all-women's event, I know some people love to take things and run with the negative, like half empty, half empty, half empty. But what he explained was, in the world of equality, they don't need to be segregated to their own shit. That they get main event spots on the regular shit. You get to be a main eventer at WrestleMania. You get to have main event spots here and there. And yes, the all-women show cooked. And I'm not saying they're never going to do it again, and I'm not saying I'm opposed to it. Evolution was awesome. But in the world where you're looking for equality, equality is bringing everyone together, not segregating them. So you bring them in and you give the women the same opportunities on the same platform as everyone else. So that was his answer. We don't know what the future holds, but that's all he was saying was, I'd rather have, Becky, Charlotte in the main event of Mania than the main event of an all-woman show.
Right. And that's the thing, is people forget what the term equal means. It means treated the same. Yeah. It's the same. So would it be okay if they do an all-men show? I mean, some people think that they do that already.
Well, it depends what the company is.
Right. But that's what I'm saying or what I think we're all kind of saying is, he doesn't have to commit to it being an every year thing, because they don't need it to be an every year thing.
Yeah. And that's the thing. If you overdo it, and you got to remember, like, it was a successful show. They banged out. But when you look at overall numbers, and this is what a company like WWE does, you sold 8,000 tickets opposed to 40,000 tickets. Like, some people trying to complain, like, this is the new No, simmer down. The ladies killed it last night. Phenomenal show. Arguably the best WWE pay-per-view of 2025, which is insane to say.
It might have beaten out WrestleMania.
Yeah, I think, if it was a better feeling, we didn't leave. Like, it, that main event is such a blemish on WrestleMania. And like we said, this weekend was a better weekend of wrestling than Mania weekend, because we all left mood, right? We all left fucking thrilled.
Absolutely. There was no sour taste in anyone's mouth. Pause.
Yeah.
On all
If
of that.
Sexy Red had run out and helped Naomi cash in, we're having a different conversation right now.
Right. But should we say hi to the people?
Let's say hi to the people. We talk a lot, folks. We got about 12 minutes before the start of the show. Zach, always an early bird. Welcome, Zach. How you doing? Clay, welcome back. Always a pleasure. Kevin, Black Mass. It's just another manic Monday. Yeah, it felt like it today. It was a Mondays kind of Monday.
Well, after, like I said, of what, 15 some odd hours of pro wrestling all weekend,
Yeah.
Honestly, anytime the wrestling came on the TV, like today or anything, even last night, I'm like, no, you go away for a little while.
No, I always find it funny because I feel like wrestling stalks me because I'll put on like alternative programming and there'll be a wrestler in the movie or a wrestler in the show. And I'm like, holy fuck, what's he doing here? Like, is that Jericho?
I'll watch a lot of like YouTube videos or whatever to like fall asleep to and everything. I've now had random old indie matches and everything like that start popping up in YouTube ads and everything. Like it won't go away. We got off that 9-hour stream. I swear to God, I still heard you talking to me from a different room and everything.
Just twitching like,
hey, KJ, go away.
No, KJ, that's not right.
No, KJ, no.
I think CM Punk is going to be the new leader of the Paul Heyman faction. The Revolutionary is out indefinitely. I have a theory I like, and it's not very popular. I do not think CM Punk is the leader of the faction, though. I think he wins tonight, but I don't think he's the leader of the faction. I actually think Becky Lynch should step in.
You mentioned that, and that's not a terrible show of the replacement, the de facto. While my husband's away, I will, and that's where you get them all to kind of turn on him. Of I'm sick of you, and I'm sick of her too.
Yeah, I'm sick of her shit. Yeah,
right. And you're by proxy. I still think it could be Seth could be still around. You start to play to where the Seth versus Braun thing. Maybe Braun takes the briefcase. Depending on the injury results, I guess he's going for an MRI today because they're in Alabama.
Yes.
And they don't know. They'll go from there.
I found one thing that happened a lot this weekend from both companies, but WWE doesn't do it as much, so it felt more impactful. I felt there was a lot of addressing the fan base. Even like Becky's post-match promo of like, I'm not Becky Hogan, I'm Becky freaking Lynch. I was like, all right, she knows. Okay. Now what you got to say? Like they're answering the critics back in a lot of ways. And the Rhea critics were very quiet today.
Oh, absolutely. Well, honestly, I will admit it was the same with the Monet Tony Storm match. And I think that was also a bit of them answering the critics of that was the big discussion on the AW side of creative control. Right. She's just going to steamroll everybody. Tony Storm wins. And I think the bigger thing coming out of that was Tony Storm half-cocked. Pause.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that was fun. I will say I saw people using this and running with it. Hogan, just so we know, every once in a while, it did like creative control at that level of like the Hogan style that runs Ripshot. It doesn't mean he never lost. It just meant he only lost to people he wanted to and when he wanted to. So this idea, like people last night of, oh, see, Mercedes did the job, so clearly she doesn't have creative control. No, just means she agreed to it. You fucks. What are we doing?
I'll look on the bright side of life and we'll keep rolling through this chat.
All right, we got almost 100 people with us. Josh, welcome back. How you doing? Use those hashtags, folks. Anything you post about wrestling, use those hashtags. Get the word out as we are about 8 minutes away from the start of the show. 80 and AZ, welcome back. Good to see you. What's up, Eric? Always a pleasure, sir. A wrestling fan, and I hope that TNA Slammiversary continues the hot streak. Yeah, Slammiversary rarely disappoints. I don't want to jinx it, but I'm already looking forward to quite a few things that are happening at Slammiversary.
Yeah, well, we had already set up with JC Jane versus Masha Slamovich, and now you got Blake Monroe that's turned on Jordan Grace.
Yeah, it's surprised. A lot of people were surprised that Blake turned. Blake is a good heel, so I wasn't overly surprised. We knew her and Jordan were going to hang out forever, and it does. That is kind of your top of your division. As other people have moved on, you're still very strong in the top of the NXT division.
But do they fight their way all the way to the main roster?
Eventually. I know some people out there reported that Jordan was going to be here imminently, but Jordan's got some business to tend to. So I don't think that's happening in the, I think we're getting at least past SummerSlam before Jordan's consistently on the main roster.
Fair enough.
Damian, looking forward to the gauntlet match, number one contender match for Gunther's at SummerSlam. Gunther will be live. Gunther will be at ringside for that match. So yeah, that's what we said. A gauntlet match. These are the 5 names that have been announced. A 6th of Brock Lesnar comes out would be hilarious. So I saw some people asking about that today. Highly unlikely, but fun. But
well, I thought of a couple different names that could be involved, especially now if you've got to pivot, depending on how you want to go. What about a Karrion Kross?
I knew you were going to say Kross first. I fucking knew it. I was sitting here like, he's going to say Kross.
I mean, he's over there. I mean, he's gotten over with the crowd. You need to pivot. You might as well go with something that's hot. Another name that I'd say was mentioned of, in case of emergency, break the tribal chief glass of Roman Romulus Reigns shows up here. Now we get Gunther versus Roman, and that becomes the story. Because I thought they were going to go towards Roman versus Seth. Yeah. So if you have to pivot entirely away from that, you could go. I would rather see a Braun versus CM Punk and a Roman versus a Gunther than like just a CM Punk and a Gunther and Roman still off in the abyss on the sidelines because Seth's on the sidelines.
Yeah, but I feel like they were building towards CM Punk versus Gunther anyway, even if Seth was healthy. I feel like that was coming, and I appreciate your take on that. But I feel like there was a momentum that it was going to end up being CM Punk, Gunther, and maybe the cash-in happened at SummerSlam. But
yeah, I know we had talked about that because when Gunther shoved him and everything, I guess I was more of trying to insert the tribal chief because allegedly he was going to show up at tonight's main event or SummerSlam.
Could you imagine Roman was in the back and they're like, canceled? It's like, fuck.
Yeah. Called it on the fly. But it's still one of those, like, now what do you do with a Roman? Like, does Seth not being involved, depending on how it goes, still have even bigger ripple effects now?
For sure. I mean, and shout out to Dylan, member for 11 months. We appreciate you, sir. We are doing well. We are doing well. But yeah, no, I mean, that becomes the tricky question because I think we saw some things developing, even though we weren't sure. Like, was Roman going to come back at Saturday Night Main Event? Where does this lead between Seth and Roman? Punk and Seth. So it's an unfortunate no injury is good, but the last thing you want is to get injured when you're in the heavy push at the top of the ladder. It's so unfortunate for Seth. He's been such a workhorse for this company. And I think sometimes people got to realize like how much guys like Seth put their body on the line for our entertainment. But yeah, I mean, right now, I think because of that, kind of like with the Liv situation, it's a bit of a crapshoot of we kind of don't know where they're going to go. They might not even fully know how they're going to tweak all this. I'm sure there was a lot of meetings and discussion over the last 24 hours about what the fuck do we do now? Like Adam Cole's injury is disappointing and our thoughts and prayers go out to him, but it doesn't impact AEW the way Seth does, right? If it was Hangman or Moxley or Swerve, now we got to fucking, our top of our division needs reshuffled. So they got a lot of work to do. I'm really curious.
Well, now AEW is going to have to work with, you've got to sell Ospreay being out for a while. Now, especially Ospreay, you've got to sell Joe being out for a while. Where do you go next with Moxley? But I'm not going to click on it, but just because I'm looking down at the bottom, I see Mr. Newton. Nick, your Roman obsession is showing you. Goddamn right. It's our tribal chief. I acknowledge my tribal chief.
Right. 80 and AZ, welcome back. Evolution was great. It really was. And again, depends on your favorite style or what, that you're completely allowed. Two people could be sitting in the same room. One can say All In was better. One can say the other was better. But at the end of the day, it was great. It delivered. And I feel like it did a good job of, like I said, stealing some headlines away from All In going into Monday.
Do you have an official ranking of the shows from the weekend in your mind?
Evolution, All In, Great American Bash Saturday main event.
Okay. I had to make sure. I was running through my head of like, wait, is that all the shows? That felt through fast.
Yeah, we really didn't focus on Super Card of Honor, but I heard it, what I saw was pretty good.
That would still, I would put that still probably behind Great American Bash. I'll say that. Saturday's main event. I don't know. That might be behind Great American Bash as well.
Yeah, I mean, overall, it wasn't. It was very fluffy.
Well, it was fluffy, and the commercials killed it. There was only 4 matches, and especially with the Seth injury situation, it just kind of felt like it sent it in a different kind of timeline.
Yeah,
I'm still like torn because I'm of 2 minds with All In and Evolution, because Evolution was great for what it was, and it was, a compact show, top to bottom, all of that. Probably, I know I gave it a 9 before. I'm giving it a 9.5 now. I keep bumping everything up half a point.
Right.
All In, because it was, to me, an 8.5. It was the big spectacle. It was finally something good in the letter for AEW. I almost want to give it a slight edge just because it's the spectacle, but it's not taking anything away from Evolution. Like, they're tied to me.
Yeah. The only thing I said, I'll be like, the truth for me is, if Tony would have done 8 matches, 9 matches, he would have got a 10, and I'd be sitting here. And like I said, I loved All In. I had issues with Moxley. You guys saw it live. I'm not a Moxley fan. I don't think Moxley matches are great. I don't think the AEW main event was that good, other than the fact that Adam Page won. The actual match wasn't like Rhea Ripley, Io Sky was a way better match than Moxley, Hangman Page. And even the whole Darby thing, like you did like the Darby on the screen, and then you went to Daniel Bryan, then Darby. Like, you didn't even play Darby's music. Like, it was a very clunky. Like, they tried to do WrestleMania 40, but it was like the pros did WrestleMania 40 and the amateurs did All In's main event. And I give the edge to that main event, but I think Evolution from start to finish, it didn't have a shit match. And I think All In had a couple.
Yeah, the All In main event was a spectacle versus Evolution's main event was, like I said, to me, it's the best women's match that WWE's had. You can take your Tree Delicious, you can take your Bailey Sasha's.
We gotta go. Joe, how you doing? I'm gonna rapid fire some. If Nick sees anything I should click on, or he will click on them. But Chris, Daryl, Christian Power, our new champ. What's up, Safit? Joe, we got you as I'm about to get the start of this one. Staffit, Richard. Lindsay, welcome back. Larry Mack, I got you, sir. MDB, the Knee Pat Patrol. Hassan is with us. Jules from KC. Ronnie, Scott, always a pleasure, sir. How you doing? Jason, PDSI, how you doing? Sean Reed. As Nick, I am getting the Netflix logo.
Yep. Are we going to be perfect?
I think you're going to be. Then.
All right, I'll stop it now. Okay.
Rocco, got you. Dylan, we got you already. Vance, Jerome, love it. Keep it going. Anthony Thompson, good to see you. 1, 2, 3, kid. Mr. Noob, always a pleasure rolling down the highway. And together and the big W.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun. Cherokee George, welcome back. Ronan, OG, how you doing? Josh Perry, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, sir. AJ's back with us. Anthony, how's your heart? How's your throat? How's your brain today?
I said it in the group chat. Yeah, Paul said all that, by the way. But yeah, I said it in the group chat after seeing him sending the videos of just the oxygen mask. We said it. He was going to be MJF out there in the fucking aisleway.
Bully Raid, because we're getting the start of the show, and they're giving us clips of everything. Clips of Evolution, clips of Saturday Night Main Event. They're running back the weekend. Right. Bully Marie said it best. If you're shitting on this jelly roll thing right now, then you truly don't get wrestling and what we've had over the years, and it makes you a little bit of an ignorant fan. Bully's words, not mine, but he's right. We've constantly over the years had, like, we're not supposed, like, he's not fighting for the world title. This is just a side shimmy, and it's not a big deal. Fucking enjoy it, and it'll be all right. Like, to like the people that are like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Again, we've watched many celebrities come in and do guest spots and guest runs. again, everybody gets all excited about Bad Bunny, but Jelly Roll whooped that man's ass.
Well, and then we still have they're bringing up all the highlights from all the news outlets. Like Forbes is talking about Jelly Roll being involved in it.
And,
That's the thing, is this is integrating pro wrestling back into mainstream, back into pop culture.
100%. And I mean, that's part of it, guys. Like, again, the same thing where people get mad about the comedy stuff. There was always the Hurricanes and the Team Hell Knows and the side stuff, the Suckos, the Centinos. There is room for, not everything on the show is main event ready. Like, you guys got to understand that. And I think both companies at times get criticized from deviating. But I mean, we've seen, Shaq and Action Bronson and Rick Ross.
Well, you mentioned Bad Bunny and all of that.
Bad Bunny.
Do we get the full Goldberg retirement speech now?
Bret Hart goes, I clicked mine off faster than NBC. I was like, yes, Bret.
I love all the memes that show like Bret Hart just cutting all the cables and shit like that, like being at the control booth for NBC. Not in my life. I'm cutting his shit off like he cut my shit off.
Right. They didn't cut it off fast enough for me.
Right.
Did CM Punk ever collect that favor Heyman owed him? Yes.
That's how he got in the match at Mania. Then Heyman turned on him. So that's why I think Heyman being involved in all of this, or being like Punk taking over for Seth, makes no sense to me.
Right. And a lot of people, I will say this, I feel like a lot
of match set the bar from women's wrestling. They're showing quotes and everything, talking about Rhea and Io.
A lot of people got woken up to Io last night. If you didn't know, now you know. You better fucking know.
I like the idea that some people have thrown out there to where Bianca could be cashing in on Io because Naomi could be cashing in on Io because she cashed in on Bianca 2 years ago.
Yeah, could. I mean,
people have admitted it's a reach of an idea, but it could be like that super I can't let you go storyline.
No, you're not wrong. As we're showing MetLife, 3 weeks away, folks. And I will remind everybody, if you didn't know, we're going to be here live for a 2-night SummerSlam in 3 weeks. Shit don't stop.
Oh. Everything just got real quick when you said that in my mind. I'm like,
right.
Oh, boy.
Oh, here we go. Shout out MDB. I would kind of agree with that. Some people miss the idea, right? And listen, an all-woman show's great, and we know they have enough talent to do it. I mean, NXT does it without even calling it an all-woman show. They just do it. We love the women. I thought last night killed. Somebody put out a thing of like, see, when you finally give them, they get opportunities all the time. This was just
they keep misconstruing other companies with what they do versus what the other people do. And again, I don't think that they. I'm not going to say it. This is the only way I can think to say it in my mind. They didn't need specifically a show to themselves because they were getting on top as they were.
Yeah, if that was a SummerSlam main event, it would have stole the show. But we're getting the drone shot. I love these drone shots. They kind of fuck with my vitamins and my optics. But but they showed Heyman walking in. He's hugging the case. Braun and Braun flanking him. What does it mean?
Right. Well, that's the thing is now this is going to be both shows. All the shows this week are going to be hard direction shifts now here and responding. They're all Fallout shows.
I'm excited for Wednesday. I want to know what the new era post Moxley, as we open with Naomi.
You had to. The biggest thing, like you said, the attention getter, the headline stealer, the hottest thing in pro wrestling right now.
What I thought was really great about the Naomi thing was women, men, children, adults, everything in between were fucking didn't matter what company they worked for. She was getting praised by everybody.
Because, and I know I see a super chat from Spaz, and I know we've been behind on the chats and everything like that. Mea culpas all around. But she's one of those that is beloved by pro wrestling. by the pro wrestling universe. Like, there's no one that has an ill thing to say about Naomi. She sat there and walked away from the company the same time Mercedes did, went and found herself, reestablished herself in TNA to where she became undeniable, goes back into WWE, and has just become a force. And again, it having that big moment, and I know I'm not as melanated and everything, but having an African American women's champion and everything is also a very big move as well.
Well, I mean, MDB said it best last night that, you know, and again, if you look around the especially in the women's division, and the men's and the tag team champions, I think Triple H beaten a lot of charges, and some people are painting Trips with that Vince McMahon brush, but I think he's done a lot of work to prove people completely wrong. And again, a little bit of an ignorant take if you're not paying attention.
I like this stuff from her. She's saying, I don't want to hear none of this. You weren't cheering me before.
Yeah, don't cheer me now, motherfuckers. Even in the media scrum, she did well last night. She got emotional and then snapped back instantly like, fuck y'all.
Well, I love, too, that they sold us on it. Like, I sat there and I thought they were going to get the cash in, and then they changed the orders of the match. You had her take the super jaded through the table and everything, bust a nose, all of that. And I was like, all right, we're not probably going to get it till God knows when. Same night. Yeah.
The newspaper is amazing.
Oh, she has had some of the best attire in women's pro wrestling in the past decade, easily.
Right. Fans are allowed to complain.
This woman made caution tape cool.
Right. Fans are allowed to complain. Our time is just as important as yours. If you don't like something, say it, and shame on anyone for gatekeeping criticism. I'm not sure where that's directed. However, that's what we do here. Like, I mean, and we've said that many times. People get mad of just enjoy the wrestling. I don't go to a movie and it sucks and I say it's good just because they made a movie. You're completely right, and nobody should gatekeep criticism. But at the same time, some opinions are ignorant. They're just not educated opinions. So people might be mad or have a sense, or everyone, you know, opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one. Some of them stink.
Well, to me, it's more one of those, if you're going to the movies and you hated everything about the movie, like, and you watched a whole weekend's worth of movies and you hated every movie and every second of every movie, that's the difference.
Naomi, I'm going to start dying again. Let's go. Anthony, feeling it. Spaz, what the fuck? I don't know what happened. Wait, where are we?
I don't know. I got the Spaz is a super chat here for $20. So we should do something, make him holler.
Go ahead.
Final Evolution rating 9.5 out of 10, almost a 10, but there was a robbery. All In and Great American Bash 6 out of 10. Ooh. NXT is my favorite.
Oh no. This is my brutality.
You knew this was going to happen, though. You knew this was going to happen.
But I want Io. Io's the better wrestler.
That's the biggest question, though. And I'll finish this super chat and then I'll ask what I was saying. Senate main event sits at a 5. None of this matters, though. T's and P's out to Rollins, Cole, Trey, Bay, Liv, Owens, Zoe. Fair enough. So all the wrestlers on the sidelines.
Right. Thank you for that $20.
Absolutely. The big question is what happens with Io now? Of where does she slide down now? Because Rhea's I knew Rhea was gonna end up in this position.
Rhea, Naomi, SummerSlam? Is that what this looks like? Triple
because you're gonna get Jade Tiffany.
Yeah, Jade Tiffany. And Jade, the story now being told is Bianca Jade.
Do you get a triple threat, and that's how you get the title back on Bianca at SummerSlam?
Maybe. It'll be interesting. Part of why what Naomi did was cool was it got her away from all the people that kept beating her up. Fuck this, I'm out. And she went into the other one. I'm out. I'm going over here.
Yeah, well, and then did it help or hurt that whole feud? Because she never really paid anything off with that. She's just like, I keep getting my ass whipped over here, so let me go over here when this is the people you started the fight with.
Right. Jason, how you doing? Look, proceed with caution. I love this. Black Mass, Unbroken, OG Dale, Z-Man, J-Boy, Jason, 316. Let's go. I'm not cautious. I'm reckless and I am pissed. I've said that before.
Whoa, now. I walked into Evolution with 2 goals. I don't know why I made her British. She's Australian or New Zealand.
Close. So she had
Close
2 goals and she didn't accomplish either.
I mean, do you run it back and do a triple threat at SummerSlam? We talked about it with the the match that started the show off with the
let's go, EO, let's go, EO.
Ask and you shall receive, I guess.
Let's go.
You said it earlier. She really raised her stock probably the highest after last night.
She again, I mean, she's phenomenal. She ran that NXT women's division. They ran out of shit to do for her, where they were like, you're gonna have to go now, because she fucked everybody up. She's a high flyer. She's the genius in the sky, as we know. She is great, and I really like what she did with Rhea. Great chemistry with Rhea. Great match. I love you. I wanted to see her get some love.
Right. How quickly, and I know I'm speaking facetiously here, how quickly could you take the title off of Naomi after she just won it? As Io's getting a huge cheers.
People did not want Io to drop this belt. The only way you get that belt off her without freaking people out is something like they did.
Right.
I think there would have been a lot of people pissed if Rhea had beat the Io straight up.
You would have gotten, who would have been more of the Hogan out of the weekend? Mercedes, Becky, or Rhea?
Right, it ends up being Rhea. Okay. Now I will get my title back from you. Anthony's still
connected. I don't know what you just said.
My voice is finally coming back. It might not be here long.
Right.
Evening.
As Naomi's telling you, go to the back of the line.
What the hell is wrong with Jelly Roll showing up? I loved it, and not even a fan of the guy's music, but I thought it was great. That's the other thing, and I think this is where I get mad at the fans is, oh, wait, Pierce.
Before this gets out of hand, are we going to get like a
triple threat SummerSlam? Here we go.
I said I was going to more of say, do we get a Rio versus Io rematch to take on Naomi?
Congratulations.
Welcome to Monday Night Raw. So Naomi is now officially on Monday Night Raw. You deserve it.
Pierce with the flowers for Naomi.
Rhea and Io, I get it. That moment came at your expense. SummerSlam, then Stephanie Vacour at Clash.
Now the ladies getting their flowers.
They did tear it down. Like, that's the thing. It is. You talked about it during the show. We talked about it earlier. Of the triple threat match was like the best match that we'd seen in a hot minute, and then that match with Rhea and Io just took that in the same show. The box office has to be bigger. We're getting bigger with SummerSlam. Triple threat now.
We got to blow it. It's going to be the main event of night one, MetLife.
Yep. Yo, Sky. Rhea Ripley versus Naomi. Triple threat. You're going to main event it.
You're going to make magic. I don't think he said main event.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to talk and hear at the same time.
Magic. There you go. Naomi raises the belt as expected, and it makes sense. You jacked it from Io. Technically, it was her title. You got in the way of Rhea's shot. So let's run it back. I think this match only has potential to be even better. But Seth is faking. People keep talking about this. I don't know how you feel about it, but this whole idea that the whole Seth thing's a work.
So well, I mentioned this before in live. As we go to Corey Graves and Michael Cole again, and Pat might be done. Like, well, I know football season's coming up, so he might be like just done till like 2026.
Right.
But I think it was Alvarez who put out the whole idea of it was a work to cover up an existing injury. So they're going to say that it's going to be 6 to 9 months, even though they know how long it's going to be. It's just all over the fucking place. Nobody knows. 2 out of 3 falls tonight.
You're going to get what I think you might get what you thought you were going to get is Becky Bailey SummerSlam.
But still, 2 out of 3 falls between these two women after they had the match that they had last night. This is going to be fucking impressive.
Finn out here doing his Monet impression.
Yeah. I got all the titles.
I got all the belts. We're in the back with Judgment Day. But yeah, no, that's so 2 out of 3 falls. Bird Lady, Lyra taking on Bailey. The winner goes on to SummerSlam to face Becky Lynch.
Yes.
And I mean, I think with I see people bringing up the celebrity stuff. That's funny. Cena and The Rock are kind of, I mean, did they enjoy the rapper? No, the rapper sucked. It's got to be delivered well. But I mean, we watched Jay Leno, Dennis Rodman, Karl Malone. Like, there was a lot of weird shit.
Shout out JD McDonough, by the way, he's set up on 2K25 in the background. Judgment Day versus the Kabuki Warriors at Fall Brawl, and I think that's a nice little interesting subtext.
Foreshadowing.
Yes.
Dun, 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 dun,
I like so if you look framing wise, dead center between Finn and Dom talking right now is a picture of Liv Morgan.
Yeah, they're keeping us. Liv will always be in our hearts, right? 316. What up, kayfabe? But they're doing fine. Just like Seth. The good news is, I know there's been a lot of injuries. Kevin Owens is out. There's so much fucking talent. They're fine.
Oh, 100. As we get the Kabuki Warriors coming out right now. But yes, on one hand, you don't ever want to wish somebody get hurt or try and, write it off as it might be a good thing. But there's so much talent that it does nothing but create space for more talent to show up.
Mm-hmm. Pat McAfee at the Home Run Derby.
Oh, that's going on right now. Someone will have to let me know. Is there a Yankee player involved? I don't know. Who wins? Let me know who wins the Home Run Derby. I always like watching it.
Right. Yeah, who is in the Home Run Derby? I know Guerrero's had a couple good showings.
So see, fitting. Up next.
Oh, so it was really foreshadowing.
Or foreshadowing or foretelling?
Foretelling.
Something for.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we go to commercial break. I see this chat blowing up, and I know Nick and I have been a bit behind, but Damien, transitional champion, no. I think they want her to have a good run here. Not all runs are going to be long runs, but I think she's got a good chance of going into SummerSlam, and she could come out of SummerSlam still the champ.
Oh, 100%. I think you kind of need her to. I think it'd be really as much of an outpour and a response you got for her winning. If you turn around and the next time she defends it, they take it off of her, you're going to get just as quick of a fucking response back.
Right. What's up, Bash 8 MDB? I like this one. I think very smart to ease Asuka back into the fold of the tag team, get her reps in, less wear and tear on the body. I know some people were mad that everybody's supposed to just return and win the world title. Kyrie popped her umbrella.
Oh, I have commercials, so I got a Minute Maid commercial, so you can get Cody Raheem Rhodes' lemonade.
All right, so I almost said the Cody Warriors, the Kabuki Warriors are in the ring waiting for Judgment Day. Rocks, and so we affectionately call them Racks and Rocks now.
Yeah, I'm trying to. It sounds really good. My brain can't comprehend which comes first and everything. It's Rocks and Rack or Rack and Rocks.
Right? It just sounds like a drink. Can I get a Rack and
Rock? Can I get a Racks on the Rocks? Can I get a Rocks on the Racks?
Why can't we get AJ Lee back? We get Trish. It's up to the wrestlers, guys. I mean, we can't be mad at the company. I'm not saying you are, John, but I do know some people who've been like, what the fuck? If AJ don't want to do it, what can you do?
Yeah, why isn't Michael Jordan still playing in the NBA right
now? 3 women's matches tonight, at least. We got the tag match starting now, 2 out of 3 falls match. I don't know what the
There's
third.
2.
Oh, and then Nikki Bella.
So that would be 3 at least.
Kabuki and Rachel and Rocks, rack on rocks, racks on racks on racks.
Racks on rocks on racks on rocks.
Easter egg in the background. I like the Easter eggs. They're always fun. Plus, they're tasty.
Only the Cadbury caramel eggs. Get cream eggs.
Belt collector Balor. I like it. I like it.
Right.
We have seen guys like Jelly Roll. He said he can actually wrestle in the ring. My guys like Logan Paul, hell no. And that means that's where this kind of works out. And that's why you put him. I know some people are concerned. And again, I'm not trying to force anybody to love Jelly Roll. I don't give a shit. I'm a fan. But again, when I see the entire arena energized and excited and into it, that's what the saving grace is. Do I think this guy can wrestle? No, I'm terrified to watch him get in a match. But you insulate him with a Randy. And again, if you want to get some real heat, well, here comes Logan Paul to really fucking piss people off. And the irony, oh, you celebrities like you. I think it works perfect.
Oh, I thought that was going to say it. That to me is the best line of you guys are coming in here and taking over what we've done.
Right.
And that was paired with Drew. Yeah, I don't want to see Jelly Roll take too many bumps. I think he's out there for a choke slam or a splash or something. Right. I'd be amazed if he hits a Canadian Destroyer.
If he hits a splash, man.
A shooting star splash.
Tsunami. But ding, ding, ding. I didn't put a poll up because, why not? But I will put a poll up now. Who wins? Who wins?
Non-title Kabuki Warriors.
That makes sense.
Non-title to set up for a title match. And so see now Asuka has her regular attire here. Why did she at Evolution just decide she wanted to wear her Saudi Arabia attire?
That's her new kind of as of last night, she did the same thing.
No, because last night she was wearing the scuba suit. She was wearing the Saudi Arabia attire.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's like when you're playing somebody in a sports game and they're just choosing the alt jersey and everything like that out of fucking nowhere.
Full time, rack and rocks. I like it. Did we not see EO's response? Did we not see? Yeah, EO responded.
We saw. Did you see EO's response?
Right. Showdown between Gunther and LA Knight. Poor Knight. Gunther is basically unbeatable. That's what makes I think Gunther Punk really interesting.
Yeah. And I wonder though now how they pivot with LA Knight. We talked about it at Sunday's main event to where after the injury, it came out he wasn't supposed to win the match, but they just kind of had to get out of it and go to a finish. So does he now move up higher on the card because that's out, or do you keep going with him where he was going to be?
I wonder if he's a good mark for Karrion Kross.
Them versus them at SummerSlam, I don't mind.
Right, as far as like a guy that's super over babyface, and if you're really trying to keep, I know the fans love Kross right now and they're pushing for him, but if you want to keep Kross kind of that evil, maniacal kind of guy,
yeah,
might work. I love this comment from MDB just because it went public about Kevin Nash being critical of Raquel, and I think it's a really good thing for a lot of young wrestlers when a veteran, if somebody that's been in the business doing this a long time, I see a lot of pushback, even from fans. Oh, Bully doesn't know shit. Kevin doesn't know shit. Michaels doesn't. Not all these veterans are idiots, guys. And she took that advice. He said she was working small. She started trying to work bigger. And I feel like she has.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and I love that. I know when we did our stream on Sunday that it was thrown out in the chat and everything like that, comparing her to Kevin Nash and everything. I didn't know that Kevin Nash had said on anything like that.
Right.
But it has been very much to her benefit. And Kevin Nash is just winning me over of how he is now past wrestling versus how he was as a wrestler. I enjoy Kevin Nash now. Before he was kind of a dick as a wrestler.
Well, yeah. I mean, he might have had the long, like the Hall of Famer with the least amount of bumps, including like some of the celebrities that made it in. Nash worked smart, not hard. But all the credit to him.
But if there's a guy that knows how to work as a big guy,
it's him.
It's him and Taker are the top two guys, and maybe Kane, not Glenn, would be third.
No, it's not a bad shout when a big guy like Diesel says, you're fighting kind of small. But this match has turned into chaos right now. Crowd's a little quiet at the moment. Dom at ringside.
Right. But that's why, like, do you remember before there was more Callaways involved in wrestling than they are in a golf course? That you will see Undertaker show up at an NXT and he's teaching guys like Priest and Omos and everything of how to work as a big man.
Yeah.
And all that. Because that's a lost art, I feel, in pro wrestling, is seeing guys. We see it with W. Morrissey, Big Cass, and everything in AEW, of seeing a guy who's 7 foot tall and all that, who works like he's 7 foot tall.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, you need a guy, like, it's such a different approach, right? You can't just, I mean, that's why we get gotten kind of mad at times, like a guy like even Brian Cage is an example of, like, you're such a big dude, but you're doing flippy shit with a little guy, and it takes away the fact that you're this, giant robot of a human.
Yeah, I mean, on one hand, it's super impressive to see like Brock Lesnar doing a shooting star press, but he did it one fucking time, and that's the last time he ever did it, because it still works better for him to work as a big lumbering beast than it is out here for him to doing fucking corkscrews and 450s and shit.
Right. But right now, Roxanne trying to cut off Kyrie from getting to Asuka, who's waiting for the hot tag. Them GMs, that looks like a toe in pants, came out to welcome Mr. Uso to Raw, but what? Oh, I got it. It took me a second. Have they addressed LA being on Raw for a bit? No, they've just kind of, I mean, there isn't a lot of, other than LA wants to hang around and he was kind of pulled into the set shit. There really has been no, like, he is a part of the Raw roster conversation.
Yeah, I don't know if this means that they're getting closer to a draft, to where they stop giving a shit as to who exactly shows up on what show. And you can just automatically announce someone's on your roster.
Right.
There was one that I wanted to click on. There we are. Plot 2. After the weekend you gentlemen just went through, how are you still able to what you are doing? You two define what it is to be wrestling fans.
You mean crazy, lunatistic? Like, yeah, no, we definitely define it. And you know what I'm going to add to that, Nick? And I don't want to speak for you, but I know you well enough. We were looking forward to tonight. After all the wrestling we covered, we were like, man, there's so much going on. Let's get there. Like,
I was excited. I was like a dog. I could go outside. I could go outside. Yeah, I'm not crazy. I'm just a little unwell.
Classic.
But no, with this 100%. Klaatu, I know you've been here newer than some other people and everything, and anybody new out there. This is what we do. Again, often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. We do what we do because other people can't do what we do. It's not just this nice little catchy slogan catchphrase, although it is nice, right? But it's still one of those that we back up what we say. We talk it like we walk it and everything and we just want to actually be here. Like, it's actually enjoyable. Like, it was the longest pay-per-view in US history we just watched on Saturday, and we're like, is there more wrestling? Let's talk some more wrestling. Hang out that wrestling. We'll be back here tomorrow night to talk some more wrestling with y'all. We like being the beacons of like hope instead of disparity in Twitterverse out there.
Absolutely. And again, we don't like everything and we disagree. I mean, we got people with varying opinions, and again, not a little bit of a humble brag, but we have literally had one day off. July 6th was the only day we haven't been live in July, and we will be live all the way to the 19th before we get a day off, and then we're back at it for another fucking 8 days or 10 days in a row. So we're finally getting the last weekend of July. We are going to take it off. But yeah, we've literally, I didn't even realize that, Nick, but we've literally only had July 6th off this month. And we only got 3 more days off in this month.
And we still be itching, like, should we do a members only? Should we do this?
Right.
And again, on humble brag of I don't know too many other people that have been featured in a WWE documentary have had AW's YouTube channel in their chat and everything like that. It's a channel that can literally say we're the channel that the wrestlers watch.
Right.
So yeah, again, there's some unhumble brags in there, but yes, we are very humble and very gracious. We won't send you no DMs, no voicemails in your DMs or anything like that.
That's fucking. Don't start me.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to poke the bear, but I don't know. I don't want to poke the bear.
He's like, keep it, and then starts poking me. But Raquel goes out to the floor. Roxy, deceivingly thick, by the way, Roxy.
That's what we need to be, though. Sorry, I know you clicked on an NDB one, but I love this. The beacon of dope.
Oh,
hurry up, pop!
Dom's distracting the ref, but we get the finish.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. Raquel
we should have new champions. This is for the title, Nick. This is not non-title.
It is? I thought it was.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any graphic that says it's for the title.
I missed it because, they're literally, Michael Cole just said we should have new champions right now.
Fair enough.
This is my third time here, LOL.
Yeah, right.
I know right now you can't tell, but stay a while maybe, then you'll see a different side of me. Just breaking down the music lyrics. I love that. And that's a great song. Good job, Nick and Spaz.
I don't even know what
He's like, what did I do? I just talk this way.
I just do shit. I'm the Joker out here. I'm just a dog chasing a car. I just do things.
Right. Oh.
Are we gonna get an Oscar versus Dom Mysterio match? Like we got a James Ellsworth versus Oscar match.
AJ Styles, Dom, SummerSlam. AJ wins.
Please. Oh,
a little bit of a cheat. They're a little late, but it got there. So the roll up, the sneaky win for the heels. Thong out by Raquel. But big W for the tag team champs. And again, this keeps building. You need I'm good with this. The women's tag team division, once on life support, might be in the ICU at this point.
Are they spite booking me at this point of just like everything I pick they go against? Right. Of like, hey, he said that, the tag team division is going to die out. Let's just rebuild it after we destroyed it. The MCU has Ragnarok. WWE has Ragnaroks. I see what you did.
I like that one. Thank you again. Folks, don't forget those super chats. Support the channel. Help us pay for all our memberships and pay-per-views and PLEs. Technically when you support us, you support Tony Khan. But hey.
Just saying. But no, 100% of, even if you give us any of your time and everything, that's the most invaluable currency.
Mm-hmm.
Heyman backstage now.
Shaqy. Hello. So Seth is in Alabama.
Got the MRI.
I heard 4 to 5 months.
When? Where?
Reported Wrestle Ops or one of them said 4 to 5 months.
I haven't heard anything yet, but
Seth Rollins has until next June to cash in. So that case is going nowhere, according to Paul.
Yeah, but that also tells me, like you've talked about, and you've been the kind of the biggest beacon for, of they have a full year, they're gonna exercise a good chunk of that year. It feels like.
I think if he returns after an extended time off and cashes in the night he returns, we don't know he's healthy. We don't know he's gonna be there, and all of a sudden, burn it down. He comes out and kind of reclaims his heist trophy. I think people go bananas, and then it sets up like Paul and the Bronze are celebrating, but they're not really happy for him because where the fuck have you been? Yeah, I like it.
I don't know. Well, Braun Breaker's just giving me the weird, awkward eyes. So you want to look at him like you got a problem, bro?
That's
you got a problem?
That's
right, but could they do you think they would do? Seth's like 6 months, but we'll tell him 9, just so when it cuts off and it's 3 months earlier and you don't expect it, you're not even thinking he's going to show up, not even close, or it might be soon, just out the blue.
They've done that a lot, as LA Knight is with Byron, for those who can't see. But they've done that a lot before. I mean, Cena was supposed to be gone for 10 months. He showed up at the Rumble. Triple H came back early. Again, they're athletes. They go to the world's best shit. They get all the fucking hormone supplements they could ever want. They get put back together pretty well. I'll say this before I go on my pause. If this turns out, and I do not believe this, but never say never. The man, I've watched a lot of wrestling, and when you see candid video, when a guy is behaving a certain way and the WWE cameras aren't on him, when it's fan cam and the guy's fuck, and like you could see the disappointment, the upset, that's a real injury. That being said, if there is a chance that, Seth shows back up in 3 weeks at SummerSlam and cashes in, it will go down as one of the biggest ruse, holy fuck moments in a long, long time. But the read I'm getting is that's not the case.
To me, I think people, and I know you're about to pause, so you can go whenever, and I'll still keep talking because that's what I'm good at. I'm a yappy fucker.
We're yappy tonight.
I know. Well, it's almost like we hadn't seen each other, and we've seen each other literally. We've been on screen more than we've been off screen in the past 48 hours. But if Seth Rollins, I think Seth Rollins legitimately got hurt then. I don't know the extent of his injury and all of that. I don't think anyone does. I don't think it was covering up for any sort of an injury. It was so similar to when he wrestled Jinder Mahal, and it was the same exact spot, just at a different point in the spot to where he got hurt. And I think it's more they're just covering all of their bases as best they can and everything. Like the finish of that match really told me, like, he can't go, and we're not going to have him go out if he can't compete. Sorry.
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
I'm in commercials, so I don't know what you saw and chuckling at.
I'll tell you in a second. Knees are as fickle as wrestling fans. They can give out on you at any point. They can be very unreliable. Knees are a bitch. Hashtag knee pads. No, there was a kid behind Byron during the LA Knight interview, and I don't know if he was picking his nose or kind of had his hands in his mouth. But then you see his mom slap his hand, get that down. You're on
Stop that shit. You're on TV right now.
You're on TV. Fuck you. So anyway, I'll be right back, sir.
Fair enough. KJ's taking a pause for the cause as I'm coming back from the commercial break. As WWE's bigging up Canelo versus Crawford on Netflix all the way in September. But yeah, I don't buy the whole we're doing this to cover up that, or even I don't want to say it could be a work for something down the road, because I think no one knows truly where they're at with it right now. I think they're still fast and loose with everything. Nick, why aren't you on the Canadian feed? Because I tried it earlier and I couldn't get it at all with my Vippin. But no, I'm on the US feed. See, I'm back on the commercials. As we got the situation that broke down earlier between George Kittle and The Miz, which George Kittle, I fully dig. And for everybody that, we don't want celebrities, we don't want personalities involved in pro wrestling. George Kittle's an NFL superstar and is friends with Penta and has been a guy that was championing Penta before he signed with WWE. So I think we're back in a different way to that Attitude Era vibe of how much pro wrestling is in pop culture. Nick, I'm with you, buddy. I'm a really big George Kittle fan. Fair enough. I'm a fan of Kittle. I'm not a 49ers fan. If anyone knows or doesn't know now, I am a Buffalo Bills fan. So embrace the pain, much like KJ would be a Toronto Maple Leafs fan. But I got Lyra backstage with Jackie Redmond. Jackie looking like she just came from a fucking hot yoga class or something. Nick, if Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis compete in the home run derby, who would win? Oh, Christ. I'm going to go Adam Pearce because Nick Aldis will try and swing it like a cricket bat. That is probably an incredible stereotype, but I'm going that way with it. as I got Bailey getting in Lyra's face. I'm super excited to see these two women 2 out of 3 falls. Like, they had arguably the best match on Evolution until the main event. They had one of the best matches on the weekend until the main event. They had one of the best matches in 2025 until the main event. And now I thought this was going to be the match of Bailey versus Lyra, and we're going right to it here. But I thought that was going to be the triple threat that goes into WrestleMania. We could still potentially end up in that way. We get a tie here somehow. Well, no, because then there's no time limit. I digress. But I thought they would run this match back from Evolution. But them going right into a 2 out of 3 falls after they just wrestled the match they did last night. Kudos. Kang and Kodos. You can't blame me. I voted for Kang. But unless the voice beyond will drop it in the chat, I will drop. No, I don't need to drop the predictions. I'm so used to being the predictions title on the line and everything like that. That I was expecting to have to drop it in the chat because we had 4 shows of predictions titles out here. But yes, folks, let me know who you got for this match. Whether you're taking Bailey or Lyra. Bailey, Lyra, 2 wings. Bailey for the win. MDB, you make music. Sit there and do a super cut of just Lyra promos over beats and just call it 2 wings. There you go. Lyra for the win. Summertime, you supposed to barbecue. What? Who's not barbecuing? Christian always has the off-the-wall question for you guys, like, who would win in a barbecue cook-off? No, fair enough. I love me some Christian. Pause. This man's been trying to pitch about living La Vida Loca since he popped in the chat. And again, I like that we have, I'm going to say this as politely as I can, a spectrum of people in the chat and all of that. Don't take it anyway. Of that, we're all open minds and everything. We've actually built a whole community. We are the hashtag WFU and all of that. We have exonerated and divorced ourselves from the IWC. We're out there, separate but equal. We're a sovereign nation out here with the WFU. We all go along to get along. We don't sit there and just, send each other creepy DMs and saying I'm going to embarrass you just because you don't agree with me on a wrestling opinion. It's not that serious, bro. Bird Lady for the win. Bailey wins. Bailey for the win. I voted Lyra. Black Cats and Voodoo Dolls. There you go, C-Money. Miss you, buddy. Junior at home, 18 runs now. Huh? I swear I've never laughed this hard at a YouTube channel. Oh, I try. I try to say goodbye. Sorry. Randomly broke into song singing. But yeah, no. I appreciate it. Actually, Black Mass, you got a goddamn star with that. But yeah, no. You just get to watch 2.5 hours of wrestling stand-up every night, I kid. Possibly Jose, would you trust Ethan Hunt for one more mission? I don't know where we went off on the tangents with that, but I got Lyra up on the top turnbuckle and Bailey just patting her on the head. Bird Lady versus role model, says Kiwan. But yeah, again, let me know who you're taking for this match. And again, even better, who do you have for each fall? How do you have the fall order go? Because remember, it's a 2 out of 3 falls. So you could have Bailey win the first fall, or she could win 2 falls straight. You could have, likewise, you trade falls until the final. Chef wins barbecue cook-off with his salty. Oh, Christ. I should have read that before I clicked on it. No, he doesn't win because he already got kicked out as Bailey snuck the first fall. Surprise roll-up. So they're already down 0-1. As it continues, as we're about to go into a commercial break here. But yes, we are in commercial break. Yes, crowd is loud. Absolutely. I will remind everybody we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We do this for anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. And I know we talked about it earlier, and I asked KJ his opinion, he asked mine, all that. We gave our rankings, but you can let us know in the chat right now, or if anything, drop it in the comments after the stream and everything like that, because all the extracurriculars, like it's the emojis in the corner there, it's the likes on the stream, it's the shares, it's the comments after the stream and everything like that. That really help boost that algorithm and everything. But what is your pecking order, or say your order of how you felt the weekend felt out or fall out when it came to pro wrestling? But I think overall it was super enjoyable. It was one of the best. I know KJ mentioned earlier, it was better than WrestleMania weekend overall. I feel it was more enjoyable. There was less negative things to talk about, I'll put it that way. Yeah, it was the best wrestling weekend that we've had in quite some time. Lyra is over. I think this whole feud with her and Becky and Bayley has elevated her into that universe, with her involved with them, and it's really let her show on the microphone and all that. Like, she's cut some of the best promos of her career during this feud. As Spaz with a $5 super chat. What's the best conspiracy theory? Dinosaurs built the pyramids. Birds aren't real. Flat Earth. Obama's control the weather. Pepsi and Coke are one company. Out of all of those, my favorite, if I'm going, my favorite one that is so out there that I don't believe, but I think is just hilarious to actually get involved in, it is birds aren't real. It is the whole birds are just robots. Like, we just basically we already had drones before. They just all dressed up as birds before we got basic drones. But yes, I guess that if I had to pick one out of those that I believe or could believe, it would be Pepsi and Coke are the same company, because 100% of once you get in that 1%, if you don't just control all the shit, I don't know how to put it out. Like, I would very much believe that seems super plausible if they're just fabricating competition between each other. But yeah, it's interesting. That's just like the tip of the iceberg of conspiracy theories. But yeah, we're not going fully into that, but I appreciate it. Laura, this is A1 chat room to come to. Absolutely, 100%. So that's why I'm not going to say this. I didn't say this, but if you heard somebody say this, that you should do it or anything, if you go to if you watch any other wrestling content creator or anything like that, or go to their comments, your chats, anything like that, you got friends on Twitter that talk wrestling, you got just your neighbor down the street that talks wrestling, you tell them, you come right here. And this is the place to be and everything like that. There's other people out there that they just, they ignore y'all. They don't talk to the chat or anything like that. They don't act like you're part of anything. You're indiscriminate. No, this is where you need to be. Go and spread the good gospel. Go and have a conversation with a congregation. As Cloud2, it was a great weekend for wrestling in recent memory. For this, a 6-year fan. Oh, my guy, how old are you? Respectfully, if you're a 60-year fan, you've been watching more wrestling than I've had years on this earth, apparently. But we're back in action as Lyra suplex on Bayley. Bridge for a 2 count. Jelly Roll versus who? It's about to be Jelly Roll and Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. And again, still, the main crux of that feud that everyone likes to gloss over is Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. 67, my guy. So yeah, you've been watching more wrestling than I've had years on this planet. No, I appreciate you. We're hitting all the demographics here, folks. One of the best matches of the weekend was Ethan Page versus Ricky Saints. Absolutely. Top 5? No, top 10. Top 10 for me. Maybe top 10 or top 5. Lyra into the turnbuckle as she's telling like she just broke her fucking spine. Yeah, it wasn't like I don't know. I was gonna say the turnbuckle wasn't off or anything. She was selling it. I know she had it in her shoulder blades, but she was selling it like she can broke her spine. All the above, Johnny boy. Oh, MDB, how do you like your Lear wings? Sweet, spicy, savory, or spicy? What in the double tap of spicy there? Spinal. Yeah, I broke my back. My back is broken. It's spinal. Wow, so older than me in this chat. Christ almighty. Dude, maybe when KJ gets back, we'll pull the audience of what is our demographic of age groups in the chat. Yeah. No, we're crossing all the thresholds out here. O'Neal Cruz at bat. Well, Jelly Roll is not a wrestler. What is he doing? He is a celebrity that's going to sit there and have a moment or two. Bad Bunny is not a wrestler. Dennis Rodman was not a wrestler. Karl Malone is not a wrestler. But they have their moments. I've seen Karl Malone hit a diamond cutter. It's all right, Mega. When do we see Cody heel? Not for probably a long time. Not till we're going probably. Oh, backdrop on the apron for Bailey on to Lyra. We're probably not going to see Cody as a heel until we're going towards 43. I'd be really surprised if he's going heel into 42. Yeah. On the apron. That's what we say about there. All right. Oh, yeah. Well, Stephen Amell. Oh, Christ. Paul Walter Hausen out there and Wrestling Revolver and everything like that. Man's not a wrestler, but he's playing the role of one. Sasha Banks. Oh, Spaz. She's a sports entertainer. I'll put it that way. Bailey right now in control of the Lyra. So Bailey's up 1-0 as we're we're 2 falls to none, I guess, right now.
There you go. Now, Nick, I will let you know. I heard you. Right now, there's a poll up. Are you 18 to 30? Are you 18 to 30? Are you 31 to 45? Are you 46 to 60? Or are you 60 plus?
As we're dead even here now, as Lyra just snuck the win, as you were saying about that.
There you go. We got a tie.
Yeah, no, I heard there were 67-year-olds mentioning everything like that. But no, and it was I starred you. I hope I did. Yes, Laura out here saying this is an A1 chat room to come to, and absolutely.
I like this one. I'm not telling. There was a cool one. 80 in AZ, 48 tomorrow. I'm slightly younger, and my birthday's slightly later in the month, sir.
Well, happy early birthday there, sir. As I'm in commercial break, as Ken, I think, is just trolling of saying, I'm 69. And folks, you don't need to drop the comment. I appreciate the chat comments, but there's a poll that you can vote.
Right. Pick 69. That number's hilarious.
Just nice. I'm 420 years old.
Oh, yeah. It would seem like right
I'm a
now,
1644.
Well, we'll leave the poll up for a couple more minutes, but the 31 to 45 is smoking it.
So do we have a better demographic than AEW?
Well,
do we reach the top demo better than AEW?
AEW keeps changing their demo. It was 19 to 45. Then Tony,
or they always show the graphic for a demo.
20, yeah, but they show the graphic of 25 to 40. They augmented the graphic to make the stats look better.
Fair enough. We got Victor. Oh, yeah. Victor 62.
62. Shout out Vic. Now, Vic, just out of curiosity, we had a Victor that used to be around here a lot. Are you Victor from Florida?
He's changed his avatar quite abruptly. Well, we had there was some, like I said, what started this whole conversation was Klaatu out there of saying I'm 67. I'm like, I have not had years on this earth as much as you've been watching wrestling, sir.
Right. 35. I'm actually surprised. 12% right now, 60 plus. We're popular. Thank you for being a friend.
Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. Thank you for being a friend.
As we are working that leg on Bailey, going for the pin.
I'm in commercials, so you got to let the people know.
Okay. Well, we are rolling along, folks. And the 2 out of 3 falls, Becky, Bird Lady, one-on-one, or not Becky, Bailey for the winner will go on to Becky at SummerSlam. I think Lyra is growing on people, and the crowd reaction for her is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. From New Jersey. So, new Victor. What's up, Vic?
Asbury Park. So, are you Bam Bam Bigelow?
Bam Bam. One of my faves.
That's the only time whenever anybody says Asbury Park, that's all I think of.
Yeah. All right. Anyone else want to vote before I close this up? I'm curious.
Well, anyone over 60 qualifies as an OG fan. 32. Okay. I'm 36. I just turned 44, 45. I see I was waiting for it. J-Boy. I'm 420.
I love that it's I-420 because you would have to not put the full sentence in there to have 420 as your age and or birthday.
Or he's just naming off a highway. I don't know.
All right, so 51%, 31 to 45 as we come out of commercial break. Second place, 46 to 60, 19, and then 60 is tied. Oh, no, actually, the youngsters slipped in. So 18 to 30, 19%, and 60 plus 12. I'm pumped that many people over 60 are watching us. Shout out.
Fair enough. I still want to know the numbers of how we hold up to the certain other companies, demographics.
Big knee.
Now, who do you have? I think actually, I don't know if we've talked about this. Who do you have here? Now it's tied 1-1.
You've got me sold on it's going to be Bailey Becky at SummerSlam. I wonder if I picked Bird Lady just to be difficult.
I almost thought they could somehow do a draw here and we just get the triple threat again.
We can't. We got to stop.
I know. I'm flawed math. I miss Pat on commentary. I don't know. Corey's really fallen into that, and we thought for the longest time that.
Oh! Wow!
What a manhandle slam, by the way.
Nice grab.
Bailey to belly.
Belly to belly. Belly to belly. Bailey to belly.
Yeah, what's the order and pronunciation on that?
Is it a Bailey to Bailey? Is it a Bailey to belly?
It's a belly to Bailey or a Bailey to belly. There's not a Bailey on Bailey. Barnum and Bailey is the circus. That's what you're thinking of.
This is Awesome Chance again. We've had a bunch of these in the last 24 hours as Bailey slowly going to the top, which I wouldn't go up. I wouldn't be trying to go high with a bird, as an opponent.
She just fly up and peck you.
Right. 39 3/4. Real close. We're real close, buddy.
Right.
Both 80s babies. Early 80s.
Now, do you count it as an 80s baby if you were born in the late 80s and most of it was the 90s or?
Oh, that was
Oh! 1, 2, 2.
A little clunky, but they got there. Good match, really good match.
Well, see, at times I don't mind. I'll say this respectfully: if you still hit the move, but it looks like you actually worked to hit it. It doesn't look like that cohesive, cooperative shit of it. Yeah. So it looks like that's how it would really look if you were trying to pick someone up by their midsection to fucking powerbomb them.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that. Corey on commentary did exactly what he was supposed to do. They show the replay, and he says Lyra didn't get her down flat the way she was hoping. And you kind of, sell it, but Bailey's still limping.
Yeah, she sells the knee. I don't know if you saw Lyra sell the spinal and everything like that.
On the apron, Lyra hanging onto the ropes, cheeky.
Cheeky Nando, she's showing less cheek to here tonight than she did last night.
Io took the cheek spotlight tonight. Lyra is actually one of my new favorite wrestlers. I love her presentation, her fighting spirit. That's like saying she has a good personality. Her character.
No, that's some very New Japan thing of fighting spirit.
Yeah, has come a long way. I believe she has come a long way. And I defended Lyra for quite a bit because she goes in the ring. Her personality took a while, and it's getting there, but she bangs. She bangs. She bangs.
She moves. She moves.
Oh, there you go. Raiders, have fun, AD. That's awesome.
Going to see my Raiders play the Arizona Cardinals. There you go. There you go. There you go.
2 counts. You can think Finkel. You can think Fickle. You can think Fickle. WWE fans.
Finkel is Einhorn. Finkel is Einhorn.
That's what I got stuck on. I'm like, the Fink is back.
2-2 go.
With some wrestlers, content creators for chasing Pat McAfee away. I don't know how true that is, Josh. I mean, he's a pro, and even on his own show, like if Pat was the type of guy to quit because of criticism, Pat wouldn't be doing his own ESPN show. Like, he would have quit because there are critics out there. That's just the way this works. You put yourself in the public forum. I do.
You mean Pat McAfee, who's gone directly at ESPN executives on his show and everything like that he would be chased away? Like, no, I think they're spinning it of he's not going away, but he needs to go away, all of that.
Ooh. Bailey fighting her off. I agree with you, Nick. I mean, I think that's a little conflated overall as a story, but Pat will be back. The powerbomb into the stairs.
And she hit the back of her head all up on that ring steps.
This is where we talk about WWE doesn't get enough credit for bell-to-bell matches. We saw it last night. We're seeing it again tonight. This is a fucking great match.
When's the last time you saw a 2 out of 3 falls match?
That's a good question.
Good question, huh?
Fact checkers.
2 count. But no, it's a law stipulation.
The last one I can think of might be the Bullet Club and FTR. Has there been one since then? Balloons.
Briscoe's FTR, maybe. Did they do one of those?
Yeah, but remember they had the Bullet Club, J and J.
Oh no! Like I said, I know I'm around that time frame of like they all had stipulations, but it's all tag matches and everything. Lyra climbing and crawling. Oh, flip over. Got her up!
Wow!
1, 2, 3!
Bird Lady going to SummerSlam! Yes! Bye, Bailey. Bailey.
Son of a bitch! I still think now that this to me screams we're going to work towards a triple threat, because what do you do with Bailey now?
Nothing.
No.
What's
all right. Well, on that note, I'm going to roll out my baby and I'll be back.
Nick's like, I'm sick of these disappointments. Shit. But Nick taking a pause for the cause. A hell of a match between Bailey and Bird Lady. Lyra. Yeah, man, for my money, that works. And a big win. And now we know the history. We know the story between Lyra and Becky. Does Bailey find a way to get involved? I hope not. There's been too many triple threat matches. And Boston, you're right. I hadn't even thought about it. I haven't seen a men's match. The last time I see men wrestle, it was Goldberg and Gunther. And here comes Becky. Amazing that move usually ends the match. Bailey gets a solid if at all nowadays. It's because she's got the rose plant, the rosebud, whatever she calls it. Christian, reread my message. I say going to my Raiders. AW fans have rebranded no selling into fighting spirit. There's a line, right? I know some people were kind of getting mad at, look, Penta no sold. You know, we've seen many times that burst of adrenaline. You hit a big move and then you pass out. That happens. It's when the adrenaline rush is 15 minutes. But it's official. Bailey, Lyra, Becky, Lyra, SummerSlam. So 2 matches, 2 women's matches announced. The other match I know of, Jade and Tiffy. 3 women's matches announced for SummerSlam. Interesting times. Fisherman suplex on the apron, so I'm a little behind. Let's go. I'm catching up. We're going to do better. Is it just me or is the match a little lengthy? Not complaining. It was a long match, but it was a 2 out of 3 falls match. So I would agree. Lengthy. I feel like they were given a sufficient amount of time to cook, and I wasn't bored, 80. I'm not saying that you were, but I thought this match was strong. I thought it carried. Thank you. As now we go back to Evolution last night. So the ladies continue to take over WWE, and we may be close to getting Nikki. And I'm not the biggest Nikki Bella fan, but I love me some Chelsea Green. So that's the trade-off. Oh my God, that is the best crossface I've seen in years. You found Captain Week. I'm not clicking that. There you go. Let's effing go. I'm with you. And again, we talk about new blood. Stephanie Vacour going to Paris after the Battle Royal last night. Lyra going to SummerSlam to have a big match. You know, we got Julia as a U.S. title holder. There's a lot of changing of the guard happening. Woo, 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 woo. I thought you were going to break into woo-hoo-hoo. Girl strikes again. Great match. Oh, Chelsea and the Hervis. Well, that sucks. Oh, Cherokee. Come on now. That doesn't suck. That's pretty good, no? My question, Nick's question, and a valid question, what happens to Bailey? People were mad that she got bumped out of WrestleMania for Becky. Now SummerSlam's 3 weeks away, and it looks like Bailey is Sam's dance partner. So what happens with Bailey? Do we get a revamped Bailey, a new Bailey? Is it Bailey versus Mercedes at Full Gear? Let me know. Women's Wrestling Entertainment. It's solely Jose. People want all women's shows. WWE teasing us with a lot of women. That close. And Nikki Bella. All right, so I will put a poll up, folks. The next match on the docket, Nikki Bella. You can look, but you can't touch, folks. Coming up against good old Chelsea Green. Who do you got? Who you taking? Who do you like? Why do you like it? And I will put it out to everybody out there. How did you feel about Stephanie Vacour getting the W? I know for me, I thought she was the favorite to do it. She did it. We feel good about it. Yeah. But we go to commercial for some of you out there. So we're going to get Nikki dancing in the ring for a little bit. I will take a second to remind everybody that we are the WFU. We have T-shirts to prove it. Go get yourself some swag and go be a part of the WFU. Anytime you tweet or put any social media out, Instagram, anywhere, use the hashtags WFU. Let the world know that the IWC is dead and the WFU is taking over one day at a time. Also, we are here on Sunday. Title versus title is only one of the matches on the card, but this is going to be a good one. Masha taking on JC, and I'm going to spoil my prediction as Masha is about to be 2-belt Masha. I'm totally in for this. So we will be here on Sunday for Slammiversary. Do not miss out. Thursday, our Slammiversary preview show. Wednesday, of course, the fallout from Dynamite, from All In. Brand new Dynamite, a new era. Who's next for Tony Storm? Who steps up to go after Hangman Page? What does it look like? What does the new landscape look like? And MJF does have that contract in his hand. So don't forget that, folks. We're here all week long. Like I said, we've taken one day off in July, and we don't take another one off till the 19th. So hang on tight. Oh, don't forget tomorrow. I guess they should tell you about tomorrow. Tomorrow we're here for NXT. It's going to be a fun one. as we get the fallout from Great American Bash and Evolution. Dark State taking on the 3 competitors that will compete at Slammiversary: Trick, Santana, and Joe. A little thought I had. If Trick is associated with Dark State, do you reunite LAX for Mike Santana to take on Trick and Dark State to help Mike get that belt back? Joe, I don't know what's going to happen with Joe. This feels very much like Mike's moment, but we'll see. You can never count Joe out. So yeah, we're going to set that up. Of course, Masha, JC, Blake Monroe's got some splaining to do, so we'll see how that goes. I can't wait. Let's go. It's going to be a fun one, Anthony. I hope you're here. Here. I didn't realize I was watching. Wow. Wow. That's funny. I didn't even consider that since Saturday. It's been all women. But you got to love the ladies, folks. Right? No days off. Eating championship rings for breakfast. Match of the weekend of Slammiversary will be Cedric versus Ali. This is a run back of an old, the heart and soul of 205. A lot of people, a lot of dirt sheet reporters put out that Cedric was a slam dunk to be in the Hurt Syndicate. He said, that doesn't work for me. Nick had a good point that I hadn't even considered, but there was some issues between Tony Khan and Cedric's wife. So Cedric goes to TNA. Cedric and Ali are going to kill it, period. It's undeniable. They are going to have a time. As guests are letting us know that Cody Rhodes will be a featured guest on Tony Hinchcliffe's after party at SummerSlam. Interesting. 13 home runs by Byron Button. What a fucking sports name. Byron Button. Is he the son or a relative of Benjamin? If so, he may be cheating. So this Friday, Cody Rhodes, John Cena under one roof. And it looks like they're setting it up. Oh, we got a Karrion Kross. Hey, where's Nick? We're getting a Karrion Kross vignette. I like it. And he's calling out Sammy. Well, he's still talking about Sammy, put it that way. As we know, he mashed up Sammy's ribs already. Got that one. 13 home runs. I like it. The first Nemeth versus the Hardys versus the Rascals versus First Class in a ladder match for TNA titles at Slammiversary. Slammiversary stacked up. I always said that TNA, you might not watch their weekly show, but their pay-per-views always deliver. I think Slammiversary is going to bang out. And there's a lot of big storylines going into Slammiversary. Be here live with us this Sunday. Thursday, we'll give you our predictions. We'll break it down. We'll let you know what we think is going to happen. And then we will be here live, I think 3 of us, to talk about Slammiversary. By the way, I like WOW. They do a good job putting on a 1-hour show. Let's go. Same here. Let's go. Mike Santana does not want to read. I know. I was just thinking, like, is there, shit, don't burn bridges, right? You never know when you're going to cross back over. I mean, even if it was temporary, not that he should be back in it, but do you bring back elements of it? I mean, recently we had, was it Homicide that kind of retired? I know him and Ortiz had a strained relationship. It may never come back, but just a thought. I should be here, LOL. Yes, you should. If anybody, you could do solo. I really thought they would run back Jordan versus Masha. I don't think they did it because Masha's going to win. Trick got the men's title. Masha's getting the women's title. That's what I think happened here. And that was my prediction going into this weekend, was that JC was going to find a way to win. Jordan stays busy. Jordan versus Blake at the top of your roster is not a bad thing. But I don't think they wanted to feed Jordan to Masha. Mike Santana would probably use the whoa, yeah, maybe. Nice snap suplex. So Nikki Bella making her in-ring return. And we'll see what this looks like, folks. And where does this go? What do you think Nikki, what do you think Nikki does as a competing roster member? 67% of the chat going Nikki. Very interesting. This match should not be on tonight, right now. Like, why is this happening? Again, this is a weird question to wrestling fans, and I know, Paul, you've asked several times. Why? Why is this happening? Why not? Like, I mean, I'm not a Nikki Bella fan, but Nikki's back in the fold. So you need Nikki to go have a match. You know you're going to get a good match out of Chelsea. They actually have some history. I don't know that there's a problem with, a mid-show match like this. I don't see the issue. Benjamin Button. Alexander versus Ali will be veritably spot fest. Oh, yeah, 100%. It's going to be spot heavy. The ladder match is going to be spot heavy. But a good couple challenge, really interesting challengers for match of the weekend going into Slammiversary. So Tasha Steele set that story up nicely. Oh, she did so well. Tasha, a vet now, right? Like, she's been around for so long. I almost wish they could put Fire and Ice back together. But the other half's not here. But yeah, she was so good. And the speech she gave Ali the other night was outstanding. She tore him down, and hopefully she tore him down to build him up. And the expectation is Ali will be at his best. Cedric's going to be at his best, and it will be a fucking barn burner. Let's go, Cross. Since the WWE CW division title is defunct now, seeing Cedric or Ali wear it in the Ring of Slammiversary would be really cool. Come out with it. I still think Spaz, and again, thank you for another $5. Remember, folks, be a friend, tell a friend, and don't forget those super chats. Guarantee we click on your message. Right now, we have a goal. We're looking for 10 super chats. We've got 3. Help Spaz. Speaking of spazzes,
I was gonna say, speaking of spazzes, if the shoe fits, you wear it. Yeah, might as well. If you're gonna dance with the devil, you might as well lead.
Right? We mean it meant endearingly to both of you.
Well, more endearingly to him, but yes.
Right. Victor jumped in there as well. Laura. So thank you for the love, folks. But yeah, I mean, again, I think there's an opportunity that there is a chance for some type of cruiserweight, light heavyweight, junior heavyweight division, because there is a pretty good
for a while now.
Yeah. Well, we threw the Heritage Cup in the lake, so maybe that's gone. Bye-bye.
Well, if there's a place that you could have a 205 kind of division, it is NXT. If you're not going to go X Division TNA.
Yeah.
Well, does that keep the X Division so unique like it's always kind of been? It's been the consistent light heavyweight division, probably the top light heavyweight division.
Yeah, it's a non-exclusive light heavyweight. We've had guys like Moose and Josh come in there and do some shit.
But rare. They do it sparingly. It's not a consistent thing.
Well, and it's the idea of the big guys can't actually compete in that division because of the style. So it doesn't work for them.
Well, like when you get guys like Moose that you got to climb Ultimate X and the man's afraid of heights.
The little step ladder was cute.
Right.
The Kevin Hart ladder. You will see more of Nikki Bella and Trish this year. I don't know why particularly, and I know just that Paul said why a lot, but Trish, I felt like was like bye after her loss at Evolution.
Yep.
That felt like I'm not doing this anymore.
Well, it's not that she doesn't want to or can't or whatever, however you want to look at it. Like, she can very much do it. I think it is more of, I guess, what I first said of that she just doesn't want to. Ooh. Like, I've got all this other stuff going on. Like, I'm good not training, 6 months out of the year to do one match.
Right? A surprisingly good match. as we get
Good,
clunky
or
as I say
just
that.
it hasn't been bad?
Oh, no, it's been actually pretty good. Like, not like I'm not fucking jumping up and down, mind you, but it's been good. Better than
Yes,
I
but if you got a slice of gas station pizza, is it actually good, or is it just good
Nikki
because it's not
wins.
terrible?
Nikki gets the W. Pizza's
Speaking
still
of
good,
terrible, but yeah.
right? Pizza's like sex. Doesn't matter how you get it. It's still good when you get it.
Well, that's I was gonna say something, but that's
Even,
spoken like
even
someone who
bad
doesn't get it
pizza is
often.
still pizza.
Yes, but that's spoken like someone who doesn't get it often.
When you're getting it good, you keep it good.
Good. Anyways, goddamn.
Not getting this match at All In. Sorry, at on the pay-per-view. I do think they were setting up the live thing, like Nick talked about, and they had to transition. And Nikki being, I don't think Chelsea versus Nikki at the pay-per-view garners it. Hey, Stephanie! Here comes Alba. La Primera.
Is this, hey, we need something for Stephanie to do until then? Like, was she gonna be Nikki's tag partner at
Maybe
at SummerSlam in no Brie mode?
I don't know. The rumor was, and again, the dirt sheets being what they are, could just be they see Nikki, they assume Brie, right? Oh, they must be talking to Brie. We'll write it like it's actually happening.
Is that just because they can't figure out which one's which? It's like Jimmy and Jay.
It might be because the loyalty that the Danielson family has to another company.
Fair enough. Of don't do yes chance. Yes. I just said the outside. Why me? Why me?
The Bellas versus Rox and Raquel. I don't know. I'm surprised you got Nikki out here beating up like current roster. What the fuck?
So is Grayson Waller just now with the New Day? As I do like the New
He's
Day
like
is
the little servant boy.
Yeah, he's literally out here with the cloche. Is that what it's called? We have wigs for your bald head, sir.
Right?
Yeah, what the fall of Grayson Waller honestly needs to be a bit studied. But I like that the New Day's out here in funeral garb.
Yeah, but I don't really have that view with Waller. I think Waller's been okay. I know he's quiet. A-Town Down isn't what they used to.
He has a platter of wigs right now, and you think he's doing okay?
He's doing okay. He's fine. He's on TV. We're good. He's young.
He's alive.
He's got lots of runway. He's okay. Oh, wait a minute. What is this?
Lots of runway with his finisher.
Pierce talking to JD. I'm tender, and he's got a doctor's note.
I got my medical note. I got a doctor's note.
If you don't defend at SummerSlam against AJ Styles, we strip you and give it to him.
Next week, you are scheduled to be reevaluated.
Yeah. What the fuck? I don't know what the New Day's doing right now or how it's relevant at all, Paul. I agree. I agree with this with MDB. He never really had a rise. He's a lower mid-card kid.
But he was at least there with Austin Theory and all of that. They were A-Town Down Under. The New Day almost pisses me off more because they just ruined the whole turn on Big E and everything. They just tweeted on all of that.
Mohammed KC, how you doing? I found you guys by being a fan of Geekbox, a friend, a family member, a brother. A shout out to Geekbox, the world's second favorite box.
The AJ hiding segment of the night is my favorite thing now.
They're giving AJ some fun. He's always been so serious. Oh, look at this. Gunther staring down Penta. Sorry, Penta, you don't got a shot tonight, buddy.
It could be a super dark horse.
Super dark horse. And I mean, I've seen criticism of people like, I can't believe Penta's coming out and helping Punk and da-da-da. But then when they brought him in, you're like, well, they better use him. They're fucking using him. He's in technically title contention. This is what you should do with him. And the fans love it.
Yes, there's no pleasing you with some people.
Right. Like,
no, go ahead.
I'm saying you got to use him.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I was going to halfway go back to the AJ hiding segments of he's very much like meme of the dude waiting for, behind the tree with the yellow suit and all of that.
Right. He's like the dad waiting for the kids to come home from school to pop out. Oh, boogie boogie. Like, what the fuck? I do have the American Made with Byron, and they're showing a replay of the El Grande match from last week.
Fair enough. I have a commercial, and I did want to still touch on, though, Muhammad's comment about saying that he found us through Geekbox and everything. No, 100% appreciate it. Man's been a homie before we were in all the reaction videos and everything on the channel. He's the British Nick to my big Nick and everything. If you search through the scroll of the Wrestling for Life Network, it's right there under the big. But yeah, no.
What he's
100%.
saying is he likes them. Yeah, no, it's shout out. And one of the best things about Geekbox, bringing the community together, and we appreciate him for that. So welcome, sir. You came to the right place if you like wrestling. Victor with a $5 super chat. For both, greatest match you watched that was before you were born. Oh fuck. Pre-birth. Yeah. Steamboat Flair.
I default to the match that I have the biggest memory of what got me into wrestling and watching wrestling consistently. And it's not the greatest match, I know that, but it was Hogan versus Warrior WrestleMania 6 in Toronto. That was, I have.
Or were you like one? It's close, right?
I was 88. When was WrestleMania 6?
Yeah. It probably like, yeah, no, it's right. You're like,
it would have been like same year or anything like that, right around then. But anyways, I mean, unless I'm going to, before birth, trying to think of that.
That's
so the whole thing. You want to know why it's hard to think about? Because I wasn't here to think about it.
There's some, I mean, I like the old Starcades going way back. But I got to venture into like, I got a couple years in the 80s and then I'm into the 70s on that question. My preference is, like you, actually, funny enough, my first kind of vivid, like, oh my God, I love wrestling, was Hogan Warrior in Toronto.
Right. Well, see, it was destined to be, my guy. But yeah,
right?
No, I don't know where that falls in my timeline, and I'm not opposed to, hearing all the stories and going through all of that, but I can't think of to try and narrow down a match specifically of that I know happened before I was alive. That's that's okay. Playing closest to the pin type shit.
Yeah, 1990. So that's pretty close to pre-birth.
I was two.
Pretty close to pre-birth. As we go to
I didn't know which end of the playpen smelled the worst yet.
Right. No, I mean, you can dial back to some of the good old NWA days, and there was some really good ones. I was always a fan of. I was a big fan of Steamboat as a kid. So as I got older and I saw some of old Steamboat stuff, the OG bunkhouse brawls were always cool. Dusty Flair had some outstanding shit.
With the helicopter out there in the middle of the fucking baseball field and everything.
And we got Rusev with Jackie Redmond. Kiana James. Wait, what? Did you see her? Or did you say her name because you like it?
Little column A, column B.
Right. Gable Grande out. Oh, okay, so 2 people said it. What did I miss Kiana talking about fucking Ric Flair?
Well, I got Sheamus behind Rusev.
And this is an okay little mid-card thing to keep, it's exciting. They put on bangers. They're big, meaty men we joke about. It's an okay mid-card kind of thing.
Again, not everyone has to be King World Champion. Like, you can have in-betweens and all that. And
we're having a rematch.
But this has the nice little tension. You have the history between the two.
Mm-hmm.
And what were you going to do with Rusev besides this? Is he going to be, or are you going to do a triple threat of Rusev, AJ Styles, and Dom for the IC belt?
Yeah, right. Again, you got to temper things, but they're going to have a rematch between these two, so I'm in.
Oh, absolutely, banger after banger. Ronan bringing up Rusev, Small Mark, Taco Mark. Who on the Wrestling for Life team would win a home run derby?
Sorry?
Who on the Wrestling for Life team would win a home run derby?
I mean, I was a ball guy growing up more than hockey. Like, I was better at baseball than I was at hockey. So, but I don't know. Do you hit for power, sir?
I mean, I'm one of those of it's either going out or I'm striking out. I am. I am a wiffle ball champion. But as far as actually like an aluminum bat and everything, no. I was lacrosse. I was football. I was not a ball player. I was wiffle ball champion. But beyond that, nah.
Well, you know, as being Canadian by birthright, I loved hockey, loved hockey. But I had more baseball trophies than hockey trophies, which was weird. But I'm more likely to strike you out than hit a dinger. But I'm like you. I either hit it for distance or I don't hit it at all. It's like golf. I'll smash one off the tee. But if you want me to chip from 20, we're going to be here for a while.
Well, if we're comparing golf games then or anything or making that connection, then because I can't drive for shit, but my short game is strong. Pause.
You got that happy place?
Just tap it in, little tap a room.
Right. So, I mean, if you didn't know, Randy Orton, Jelly Roll, taking on Drew and Logan at SummerSlam. Shall be fun.
Yes, and especially now if you're going to do it a 2-night spectacle and everything, make it this big whole event,
right?
Then you're going to have something like this. If you have two of your top guys, upper guys in your company, that's still the main continuity of this feud, and you attach two of the biggest celebrities currently going and everything to it. Where's the same energy for like WrestleMania 1, WrestleMania 2, WrestleMania 3, where Mr. T's in main event, Cyndi Lauper?
Right. No, I mean, it's been a thing. I'm okay with this for going into a SummerSlam. If Jelly Roll was going to be a consistent guy competing for titles, I'll have a completely different talk with you. But nothing new with celebrities coming in for big shows, especially a 2-night fucking SummerSlam. Jimmy Kimmel Live, see? RKO and Jelly Roll. This is why they do this shit, folks. If anybody wants to know, this is why. Hogan and Mr. T choking out.
Exactly. That was literally the first thing that popped into my head. I was like, this is exactly the same thing.
Yeah, in a lot of ways. So the SummerSlam graphics are fun. SummerSlam's known for good graphics. Stay tuned. We got some stuff to do.
Oh, trust me. Who's better known for graphics? Us or WWE? It's a tight race now.
They keep me on my toes, but I think I'm better than a couple of the companies out there. I think we get it done nice. But here comes Gunther.
I still want his old dun 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 dun.
I know. Bruno Hulk Michaels. I had to go check. It is my pick was the Flair Steamboat 78. But yeah, I mean, again, it's hard to look back. I love looking back.
Well, no, he was saying his 5. Is he talking about like his 5, like Rushmore?
$2. Did he ask a pre-question?
I don't know, but he said my 5, Bruno, Hope, Michael, Cena. What's yours? Well, that's 4. But I don't know if he's asking for a Rushmore. Come on, people. These two are working their nuts off. What?
He's supporting us. We love him for
it. No, I get that, but am I a Planters?
Yeah, maybe. Now they got me curious.
Mr. Peanut?
Me and you, like, fucking banging 1-for-1 on a home run derby would be fun, I think. Smashing them. Big fellas.
I think it was Christian. Oh, absolutely. We're even just in a video game, but I saw Christian said it earlier of like Aldis versus Pierce. And I just went, well, Aldis would try and hit it like a cricket bat.
Right. You got that pitcher physique. Thank you. No. I look at fucking Roger Clemens. Great.
You're a third baseman.
First or pitching, buddy.
Oh, fair enough.
Right. I was
T-ball.
I don't want to do all that running bullshit that the people do.
That's why I said third base.
Right? No, it's a little too active for me.
First, you're getting the ball thrown at you the most in the game.
Yeah, but I can catch.
Fair.
Reading some of these immature comments in the chat really helps you figure out the demographic in here. I mean, they were pretty good, no?
What did I
Or is it
miss?
just like things like more like jelly donut? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an interesting range to have people as young as, in their teens and people, over 60. It's an interesting, definitely an interesting demo.
Right.
We know 316. We really know. I hope Gabe Goldberg versus Gunther. Nah, that kid's not ready for that.
He's playing college football. He's out there at University of Colorado. He's playing under Dion.
Right? Yeah, he is. Number 5, Stone Cold. I'm trying to get you all to. Oh, I see. Thank you. I got it now. As we are at 8 super chats. We need 2 super chats to hit our goal.
Go ahead.
Sooner or later, Royal Rumble will be 2 nights.
What are they chanting at Goldberg or at Gunther right now? He said something about Goldberg, and now it's like you doubt. What did I miss?
Who's next? Remember the Ring General. I love him. He's so fucking good. It is ridiculous how good this guy is. And the fans get it. They're trying. I think they were trying to give him a hard time about tapping out at Mania, but we've moved past that, people.
Yeah, he just choked out his last 2 challengers.
Pay good money, see all do some physical shit. Why now? Why now?
I think it's just they want to prove that we have a waist and everything like that.
It's there. I qualify specifically as dad bod pitcher-esque. Like I said, I got that.
Yeah, like I said, you can be out. I'm a John Daly on a golf course.
That's what it is. That. That's exactly what it would be. Fucking stogie, a beer.
Exactly. I am smoking darts and drinking the whole fucking course.
Oh, look who interrupts Gunza. Here comes Braun. Folks, I can't put a poll. Well, I could, but I can't really put a poll up. There's too many people. So just let me know who you think is going to win.
God, that shot right there at him, just everything's pitch black. And then he's walking out through the cloud of smoke. Just,
Ooh, that's a good one. We'll get there. Come on, people. I like that one. 5. So you're listing out. I got that now. Spaz just put up another one as well. Thank you both. Thank all you. Paul, thank you. I hope Hacksaw Duggan comes out for Gunther. Oh!
Bonesaw is ready.
Right. Favorite WrestleMania? Mine was 11. 18? 17?
17 is the best.
17? 30? 30 was really fucking good.
37 because it was the one post the pandemic and everything, and I think it was just one of those of after seeing WrestleMania 36 to where it felt like WrestleMania died, and seeing 37 happen might be up there with me.
Yeah,
17 still is the best of all time, so I mean, I guess that has to win favorite.
Yeah, I mean 17 jumps out always. Again, I am a little impartial. 6. The first time it comes to Toronto in Skydome, 70,000 people. Warrior Hogan was insane. Warrior going over as a kid was insane. I was way more of a Warrior guy than a Hogan guy, so I was pumped. Yeah, man. Ladies
40
and
or 39. 40 or 39, which was your favorite?
What's better, 40 or 39? I think 40 just because of the way it played out. And it was so big, right?
Right. Gunther cuts off Heyman.
I don't care
what your name is.
Oh, he really is. Like, you could do the Arnold voice for all of this. I don't care what your name is.
Yeah, good day. How are you? We already know what your name is. Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Who would you say is the most slept on talents right now? If I got to pick 4, it's Tatum, Carmelo, Athena, Guevara. Athena, I agree with. The rest, I don't. Cross, I think you're going to pick Cross because we're less sleeping on him, but he's been slept on.
Athena, Guevara, come on, pretty mama. No.
Who else is kind of slept on right now? I mean,
Josh Alexander.
Josh Alexander's just put to bed. over at AEW. I think now I know he's injured, but pre-injury, people sort of really falling asleep on Jay White. I hope he comes back to some good shit. Carmelo, I don't think slept on as far as give him time. I think Bird Lady, Lyra Valkyria, has been slept on a lot, and she's had to prove herself in a lot of ways.
Fair enough, but I love this right now. They're setting up Braun going toe-to-toe with Gunther, and this is the best thing you can do of he's a Steiner. Well, then call him a fucking Steiner. But this is how you fully build Braun going into the gauntlet match.
Right.
He's going to break your ass. Pause. Takeshita is probably a phenomenal choice because he should be so much more than he is.
I don't know who said, Ken. Shout out Ken. Takeshita, 100%. And Kyle Fletcher's venturing into that territory.
Bandito's also, I would say, in that realm.
Yeah, I like Bandito. I think Takeshita might be the most slept-on guy in the business. He is so talented, and he's just not getting any love.
I guess, make a connective tissue, would Nakamura be one?
No, because I think Nakamura is more like the guy, like, if Nakamura was the same age as Takeshita, we'd have a conversation. But I feel like Nakamura's got, like, he's had so much of a career.
He's so stop-start.
Very much so. But I think they treat him almost like borderline legend, where they bring him in for those kind of hot runs and then they taper him out again.
Right. Oh, so we're off and running with the gauntlet match.
Yes.
So Braun's starting it off.
Yes. Braun is the first one in the match. The main event is starting. We got about 45 minutes by my estimation left on the clock. But we are about to get rolling here. I'm going to probably take a quickie.
You do you, boo-boo, and then we'll tag here. Because trust me, we got the strong feeling, folks. This is going to close out. This is going to go. We said 45 minutes, and this is still the main event, and it might go an overrun.
Triple H hates Nakamura. I do not think so. It's not that at all. It's just time and place. And I think you got a really hard, like, I love Nakamura, and I think we should be getting Nakamura Black, and they teased it, and we're not really getting it. So, we'll see where that goes.
Right, and I know you're about to pause.
Do you think Natty slept on at this point of her career, or we just love her? Or, like, she's like the old aunt that we all love.
Start that question again.
Is Natty slept on?
Oh yeah, no, she's the aunt you want to sleep on. Pause. And everything with that. And as KJ goes on a pause right after that comment, how fitting he leaves me with that. But yeah, no. Natalia has very much, she's getting her flowers now, finally. It's the same thing I feel a bit with R-Truth, Ron Killings. You're seeing a lot of the vets still get their flowers now. My biggest issue with Nakamura is they start to do something cool with him and really get behind him, and then they just cut it off. Like, no explanation, no anything that truly kills it off or shows you that they're going to go away from it. They just stop doing it. It'd be like if Coca-Cola just stopped making Coca-Cola. It is, what the fuck are you doing? But anyways. Yes, as I am in commercial break, Natty hates Cora Jade. I don't know if I want to blame her or say that's okay, but yeah. NXT Mount Rushmore, Vince McMahon, Shane McMahon, 7-man Triple H. No, Aubrey, I think that's just that is a family gathering in Connecticut is what that is. Cappuccino Jones will be champion. A champion? I'll give you that. Depends on what champion you're talking about. If you're saying a specific champion, I don't know. But yes. Christian, Nick, I'm sorry. Jazz Chisholm didn't do well at the home run derby. That's fine, Christian. I didn't know he was fully in the home run derby. Is it him? And I'm throwing out a guess. Is it him and Judge or in the home run derby? Because I felt like we probably had at least a Yankee. But anyways, I digress. I am still in commercial break. That's Mount McMahon. Yeah, exactly. And no one wants to touch that because you end up sliding into Cave Diddy and all of that. Or, maybe you have a connecting flight to Epstein Island and everything. You all go fucked around with that. But NXT Mount Rushmore, Seth, KO, Braun, and Paige. That's not bad. Braun I would replace with like a Samoa Joe or a Finn. I would do that. Paige, if you have, yeah, honestly, as far as the women's division, that probably would be it. If you had to have that, I like that you could have a mountain range with all of the Mount Rushmores you could make out of that. I dig that. Mr. Quake, that's a weak Mount Rushmore. No, I don't think so. Because I mean, Seth was your first NXT champion, as we're in Birmingham, Alabama, which seems to be the premium medical facility that WWE wrestlers go to. Hence why Seth's getting the MRI there. And then you have Kevin Owens, who made the NXT title super prevalent and super prominent when he beat John Cena as he was NXT champion. And what was the last one? Oh, Braun, that's the one that I was debating if you could do like a Samoa Joe or something there. That's more for discussion. And then if you're going with Paige, she's the one that was NXT Women's Champion, and she turned around and won at the time the Women's Champion, the Divas title. So if you're going into NXT Mount Rushmore, that's really not a bad shout at all. So Penta loses. Yeah, well, we got Penta and Braun starting this off right now. But yeah, and this is going to be an actual elimination gauntlet match. This isn't one of those to where I assume it's not going to be one of those where they have a time limit and they just proceed to add somebody else in battle royal style until somebody wins at some point. I feel this is going to be an elimination. And I like that you respectfully have probably the two youngest guys in the match out here, the two most athletic, can go the distance guys. Start this off with Braun and Penta. But I guess out of these two right now, folks, let me know who you're taking. Who moves on in this gauntlet match of Penta or Braun? How long was Kevin Owens in NXT? He had the whole feud with Sami Zayn and everything. I think he was in there for a decent bit. Like I said, that's what the Braun thing of why I would maybe throw in like a Finn, because Finn was in super big in NXT and then turned around and went back, or a Samoa Joe. They actually both did the same thing. NXT and Mount Rushmore, Finn, Owens, Joe, Cole. Fair enough. I gave credit with, if you're going to include a female in that Mount Rushmore, Paige would probably be the one. But all right. Hurricane Rana, head scissors takedown from Penta on the Braun. Finn Balor, Asuka. Actually, yeah, Asuka's a better shout, honestly. I'll give you that. Asuka's a better shout for the women's division in NXT, KO, and I'll let you decide who's the fourth. Seth, Finn, Cole. Cole's actually really not a bad shout to bring him into that. But anyways, we're moving on. We can still talk about it, but we got the match going on. Labu Shiesty, what's up? As I like the Ted Avatar. Braun, people picking Braun to be the one that moves on in this. This is actually going to be a gauntlet of elimination. Braun Breaker is, if you made a Steiner and a Goldberg and they had a hybrid child, because he's got the physique and everything, the personality with Steiner. But he has the goddamn athleticism if you put those two fuckers together, because this man is literally springing off the ropes and shifting the ring. Penta up over top. Christian, I do, and I know there is a resistance. Larry, I don't know what we're referring to, but I got commercial break here after Penta goes up over the top on the outside here. But yes, so far, how are you feeling about Monday Night Raw? How does it stack up after the probably arguably the best weekend of pro wrestling we've had in 2025? Is Raw's the first one to continue on this momentum? How are they doing as the flag bearers here? Where are the OTC? Yeah, you know me. We'll see. And now he's OT1 or whatever they're gonna call him and everything. He could still show up. I don't rule it out. It'd be really interesting. It's gonna be WWE probably knows a lot more than they let on as far as where Seth's at, what the timetables really look like, because they have to just creative wise. We talked about this when you had that Adam Cole situation that seemed like it sprung up overnight and everything. Of wrestling companies, wrestling promotions need to make sure that they're aware of everything beforehand and so they can go creatively. So I think they know more than they're letting on, and they're probably going to start pivoting towards a different angle. And that's going to be the interesting way of, do they go a CM Punk? Do they go an LA Knight? Do they go a Roman Reigns? Extremely zesty. Fair enough. I don't know in reference or context, MDB, but somebody, Braun versus Jasper Troy, maybe. I'd like to see it. I mean, Jasper Troy's out there giving Nova a hard time. What about a Nova family versus a Braun Breaker? I want Jacob versus Braun Breaker one day. Again, that could at some point be a WrestleMania main event, because let's not forget, Jacob's not actually as old as he might look either. But yeah, I think that there is a wealth of riches, and thy cup runneth over when it comes to WWE, and it's now just going to be down to how well do they pivot dependent on what's going on with Seth. That would actually be hilarious. Austin Powers versus oh god. Boston, I gotta go with the 4 horsewomen. Richard, without them, women's wrestling in NXT would have been what it is. Fair enough. Well, I would say Becky didn't fully find out who she was as far as the 4 horsewomen until she was on the main roster. She honestly, respectfully, didn't fully find it until she got punched in the face by Nia, but I digress. And Charlotte Flair until she was like Divas champion and everything. So I get what you're saying, but I can make a case against it. Where I'm going. Braun dropping Penta on the steps on the outside as we're back in action. Speaking of back in action, I'm back in the saddle again.
Let's go.
Roman versus Breaker SummerSlam.
I mean, again, if Seth was Roman's target upon return, that becomes a question of where we go.
Yeah, that's the big thing to me of how do they, is that the biggest thing to you of both companies of how now do you handle coming out of this whole weekend? The biggest thing is how do you continue on?
Yeah, I think in a big way. And I mean, we've talked about this with AEW in the past of they put on a really amazing pay-per-view and we want that first show back to kind of keep the momentum rolling. And that will be the job of Tony Khan now, heading into more shows as we head towards summer. Forbidden Door coming up, All Out coming up in my neck of the woods.
Right.
You know, can Tony put together a solid weekly show with, you know, less all-star tag matches, even though he was bragging about that at the media scrum, which I didn't think was a good brag. You know, can you continue the momentum? But and WWE, I think Raw has been great tonight. It has gone fast. It hasn't really missed a beat. The matches have been solid. I don't think we've had a bad match. I mean, Nikki Chelsea was actually pretty good. Maybe not great, but good. Pardon me.
Who wins this match right now? Well, and I like that this is an actual gauntlet match instead of we just have a time limit until somebody else comes out and we just keep adding people, as I said. But who wins right now between Braun and Penta?
Braun.
Fair enough. Well, that's the thing is too. It's an all-star. This is an all-star gauntlet match. Hey, Tony, these are what actual all-stars look like.
Yeah.
As Gunther's just watching in a section all to himself. Not even a Ludwig in sight. But this now you're going to have just nothing but heavy hitters roll through here.
Again, when you look at the lineup for this match, I mean, CM Punk is CM Punk, Jey Uso, former champion, LA Knight, everyone's been chomping for him to get his opportunity. Penta is a fan favorite, selling out masks, selling out shirts. Braun Breaker, part of the biggest heel faction in the company right now. Wow. Just wow, sack of potatoes.
I said this, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. Braun Breaker is if like a Steiner and a Goldberg had a hybrid child.
It's funny. He's kind of like, you're right, 100%. To me, there's a little bit of like, how did he get he's got Rick and Scott, like the best of both.
They just genomes, you don't know. Jurassic Park, motherfucker.
Right? Like he's got the charisma and energy of Scott and the kind of solid wrestling ability of Rick.
Yes, but the man can hit a spear from the start of the entrance ramp and still hit you on the steps.
It's insane. Oh, athletic at a high level. Oh, Penta Codebreaker, nice setup.
Oh. And that's the thing, is we're essentially about to get like 5 really good matches all right in a row with top talent. Because again, they're not rushing somebody out to interfere. Now it becomes a triple threat. You're just getting matches throughout.
Right. And I will thank everybody. We did hit our super chat goal. So we hit 10. Maybe we'll make it more next time. We appreciate all the love, all the support. All the money goes right back into the channel, goes into all our PLEs and our subscriptions and pay-per-views and all the fun stuff. It goes
into the production value.
Right. It helps us stay afloat, folks. Keep it coming so we can quit our jobs.
Honestly, that's the goal out here. Y'all love us? Y'all want more of us? Help spread the word. You'll get more of us.
Bye-bye, Penta.
Spears him out of the air.
And anybody out there, please refrain from going, oh my God, I can't believe Penta. Penta losing to Braun is not killing Penta at all. But here comes LA Knight. So, who wins this round?
It's interesting now that you rather see Phoenix and Andrade as a tag team than you see the Lucha Bros reunite. Like I'm kind of digging Penta as the solo top guy, upper mid card guy on Raw.
Yeah. I think that was what became the contributing factor to this is the WWE got Penta first, and Penta did well. Penta has done very well, so they're in no rush to stop that. So to their
credit, they aren't burying him? We haven't had to archaeological dig to find him out of this burial and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna for a minute. Folks?
Get in that chat. Let me know. Is it Braun Breaker or LA Knight? Who moves on in the next round? Let me know. Braun rolls on through as expected, I would say. Sends floaties. I like it. Braun wins. Penta is out. LA is next. Facts. Thanks for coming, Penta. 100%. But you eat that spear, you go down. It doesn't matter who you are. Help us stay afloat. Send floaties. I like it. I appreciate it. No, we do. We appreciate all the love. We appreciate the chat. Again, up around 100 triple digits at almost all times now. We've come a long way as a channel, and we appreciate all the love, folks. We got more content coming your way, and if you love wrestling content, we give you more live wrestling coverage than anybody else out there. Not even a fair race. Braun Breaker, fair enough. Missile Lock. LA Knight. I think LA Knight might steal this. It makes the most sense. Could this come down to LA Knight and Braun? But Jey Uso can't be forgotten in this. I'd rather have the entries in this match. You mean like the Casino Battle Royal or the Casino Gauntlet, what you're getting at? I have never been a fan, Paul, and I'm right there with you. I've never been a huge fan of a traditional gauntlet match. I find them slow. I find because of time constraints, there's always like somebody that takes a stupid L, like a really good wrestler will lose in like 3 minutes so they can get to the next one. I think they did a really good job giving this a lot of time. We got at least, the 45 minutes from the start time, probably have about another 30, 35 minutes of this match. I love Punk, but I think it's time to give LA the ball fill the void of the missing Seth. I feel bad for LA in this story because I thought the LA Knight Seth Rollins rivalry was really heating up. The moment a couple weeks ago when LA popped up behind Seth with the popcorn, he was really getting over. Again, he was kind of re-cooking, if you will. So I hope LA Knight doesn't lose steam because the guy he was going to wrestle at Saturday Main Event got hurt, and then he was unable to continue that feud. So we'll see. We'll see. I've just thought, we talked about it for a while. Is it going to be Gunther Punk, the setup for SummerSlam? There you go. Punk CM getting money. Raw Gauntlet or Casino Gauntlet, which is better? Again, it's like a little bit of apples and oranges, Taco Mark. I like the name. I think that as far as the action goes and keeping things exciting, the Casino Gauntlet match works a little better. But my problem, like what we saw at All In, too many guys laying around on the outside of the ring, so it feels like a one-on-one match with guys watching from ringside. Almost feels like a lumberjack match at times. However, this one, because Penta Braun give us some quality, I'm okay with it. But yeah, it's hard to compare the two, right? It's like, do you like drag racing or NASCAR? It's like, they're both kind of cool in their own way. Exactly. Thank you, sir. What happens with Money in the Bank contract? Paul just explained this, William, that Seth has till next June. So let's say Seth is injured to the max and he's out a year. He can still come back and cash in. Well, it's just under a year, my bad. But he can come back and cash in as late as June. So the Money in the Bank's still with Paul. Paul's holding on to that Money in the Bank for dear life. So yeah, don't rule that out. And I don't think they feel the need. Let's say Punk's Seth's out for 5 months. Okay. And I think the best situation is Seth's out. We forget a little bit. He gets put on the back burner because he's injured. We're not talking about him. And then one night, unexpectedly, Burn It Down hits. Burn it down. The crowd goes bananas. Seth comes out, cashes in. And in that moment, Paul, Braun, maybe someone else are happy for him. Oh, yeah. But by the time we get to Raw and the week after, whatever, they're a little resentful of Seth. Like, we carried all the weight, then you come in and get the glory. And that might cause the breakup, which leads to something like Seth versus Braun for the world title. Maybe. Yes, we have, Nick. Women's battle royals, men's battle royals, gauntlet matches everywhere. A gauntlet match tonight. Oh. If he has a serious injury that can take from a year and a half to come back from, and they keep the briefcase hostage, that's a problem for me. Yes and no. Again, it all depends on circumstance, right? You hope that he's not out for a full year, but I mean, you guys remember, if for the people that have been here for a while, you remember Nick and I arguing about Damian Priest. Damian's not going to, like, when's he cash in? I mean, he's got time. Finally cashes in at Mania. So he has like an 8, 9, 10 month hold of the Money in the Bank. I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay with that, especially if it wasn't. I can understand if it wasn't the original plan, right? We've seen shorter Money in the Bank reigns, if you will, for lack of a better term. So again, if there's a plan that 8, 9, 10 months from now, Seth pops up and cashes in, I think I could live with that. KJ spitting rumors. I like it. It's what we do. Cause trouble. Just now, you guys need to go take our rumors and print them like they're facts. And then we, just like Uncle Dave and his minions. They take his bullshit thoughts and print it like, oh my God, this is happening. No, it's not. Shut up, Dave. Do you think MJF defeats Hangman when they wrestle? Oh. Nick might have a different answer than me. No. I think Hangman's going to go on a run here. I think Hangman's going to have that belt for a little bit. And I still think the reason why I wasn't sure about Hangman winning the title was that the idea that Darby was going to be the guy. So does Darby have a rivalry with Moxley non-title? And then we've moved forward. Keep in mind, MJF can cash that contract in and steal the belt anytime. They don't even have to have a match, as far as I understand. I was waiting for you. This is my Rushmore. Andre, Benoit, Kane, and Jacob fought too. Well, I don't know. Jacob has worked his way onto the mountain yet. The third name there is a clip on the internet. If you look it up, Paul Heyman talks about how he feels about that person. And I completely agree with him. It's such a tragic, disgusting story. At the end of the day, I don't care what the reasons were. I know people have conspiracy theories. I don't like it. Andre, of course, yeah, you got to put him up there, or he'd be close. Kane, I love Kane. It's the crowd giving us some yes. LA firing up. It got to happen before the next that time next year. Christian, Seth, the cash in. So Seth has till Money in the Bank 2026. He up until the day of, he can cash in. I'm okay if the injury is something that takes 5 to 6 months, but a year plus is pushing it. I agree. Like, and you got to remember, if it's more than a year, that puts him in August, September 2026. You can't do it. You got to come up with a contingent, right? But I agree with you. But I do feel like you have the option to stretch it out maybe 7, 8, 9 months, 10. Might be greedy. Last year, Drew cashed in on the same night. Yeah, it happens. So you have some short cash-ins and some big cash-ins. Speaking of big cash-ins.
Well, I was going to say about, stretching it out and everything like that. I don't know if I fit into that, but yeah.
Pause. Doing them taxes again, are you?
Exactly, my guy. Could it be, though, to where, because you see to where someone cashes in the Money in the Bank briefcase, like the match before the men's Money in the Briefcase match at Money in the Bank?
Can you imagine? You're like, you have 6 minutes, and he's running around trying to find the champion.
Right. Also, by the way, I heard you out there, spreading out minions, flying monkeys and everything like that, right. Like Meltzer and all of that. We don't necessarily and can go on sideways tangents anywhere near that level here. So I kick back on that comment.
Yeah, no, not at all. I was more just turning our rumors.
I know. I had to make a joke.
How do you like the idea of Gunther dropping the World Championship?
Fair.
Oh. And there goes LA.
We get Braun versus CM Punk. We go all the way. If he destroys all the baby faces, till Punk.
That is nuts. The crowd is dead right now. And here goes, they're awake. Uso,
yeah. That's the thing, is you're going to still get them to pop. You're going to get them to pop for Uso. You're especially going to get them to pop for Punk.
Right. That is crazy. But they're putting some respect on. Is this because Braun's kind of got to be the figurehead right now and kind of carry? Right. Yeah. Okay. Big shoes to fill.
And it's also, to me, of where LA Knight was going to be, because he was initially going to lose the match, as allegedly the story came out, until Seth hurt himself. Right. So they're going to run as close to what they were going to do as they can.
Right. Oh, Braun got some water. I think a high quality H2O.
Water sucks. It really, really sucks. Gatorade H2O.
Jay Uso going after Breaker right away. Who wins this one, folks? Jay. There's going to be a lot of mad LA Knight fans. I can feel it. Jay or Braun, who wins?
See, I still think Braun. I could see to where you get a Jay versus Punk, but then it's like, I don't want to beat you, but I have to.
Right. It's a tough one to call. And remember, Braun's already been through 2 matches and been in the ring for about 25 minutes.
We're running it back mid-match.
I know this is gonna make you mad. Fuck this shit.
It goes into a commercial. I mean,
if you're gonna do it,
you can have that. Not even what I'm mad at.
Right. if you're gonna do it going into a commercial, bro.
Yeah, but I think that this is putting a huge spotlight on Braun. Of he just is mowing through. Think about it. He mowed through Penta, LA Knight, and he's gonna mow through Jey Uso all in one match.
Essentially, you lost your top heel, so you do need somebody to kind of fill that role. And Paul with Braun is not a bad show. Now, keep in mind, Bronson's out there somewhere still fucking around.
Yes, but Paul versus Braun, or Paul with Braun, is going to be the future when there's the fallout. If Seth was still here, that was going to be the future.
Bro,
Paul's been talking about that since he was out there with Roman. Go ahead.
Sorry, they ran it back again. Jey Uso's eating again. They ran it back for the third time. Paul Heyman just looking around like, knock it off, people. What's up, Lenny? Hello, everyone. Dylan, how you doing? I hope all is well. Off topic, though. I have liked this channel a lot since I've been here. I just wondering, how did you and Nick's friendship start? Exactly where you are, Dylan.
Yes. So I guess we'll go into this sentimental moment here and everything. For those who don't know, well, we've been popping off, so there might be some new people who don't know and everything.
Yes.
No.
The lore.
The lore of the channel I was in the chat and everything of it was 38 WrestleMania 38 and everything. It was around then of I wanted to watch WrestleMania and everything, and the missus, who still to this day is not the biggest wrestling fan but tolerates it and she likes deathmatch wrestling, but I was in the chat and everything like that, and so I had buddies to watch it with, and that was when it was like me, KJ, and KJ's brother just having a private conversation.
Yeah,
everything. Like, or like Will, shout out.
Or buddy Will. OG Dale was one of the first. Damien, I think, was one of the OGs as well.
There's some of us that remember when I was in the chat, and now I'm here and everything. Of just I harassed and bugged this man and everything, and just had a talent audition of like, hey, you want to come on for like the last hour of SmackDown? And then I stuck. He let the door in and just I didn't leave.
Still, one of my favorite stories is I needed assistance. I needed, as much as we do this, and I had earned the Iron Man kind of moniker. I was tired. I needed some help, and I think part of it was I got tired of reading Nick's chat messages because they were long, as you could imagine. And I'm like, man, just come tell me so I don't have to read anymore. But when I was like, hey, man, you want to give this a try? He was like, I got a green screen on the way. Like 2 seconds later, I was like, shit, this is on, eh? And we've never looked back. We just clicked. We made sense. And we become brothers. It's fucking amazing.
Exactly. Did we just become best friends? Yeah.
We just become best friends.
Smash Brothers for life. And 100%. That's where the strap-ons and strap-ins and, our shit is real, our shit is raws and everything came from.
Yeah. Back in the day, I mean, when we first kicked this off and there was 8 people in the chat, we were getting like 50 views. Nick was one of the soldiers, and then he transitioned in onto the chat. And
I am Sergeant General Petty Main.
I can't get rid of him.
Exactly. I'm a cockroach.
Right. He's here for life.
I'm literally for life.
I like it. I love this one from MDB. How are we going to drink a water when Prime is sponsoring the show? The card is right there next to Paul. Couldn't get him a Prime? It's like, I ain't drinking that.
It's like seeing NBA players try and drink Gatorade during the game. I'm drinking that bullshit.
Right.
I drink Powerade. Powerade is the superior hydration beverage.
I don't mind Powerade or Gatorade. Blue Powerade is the shit.
Yes.
Thank you.
Blue Powerade is the source of life. If you are hungover, feeling like a bag of dicks and everything like that, you have a sip of some Blue Powerade. You are back in the game.
I don't mind Gatorade either. I don't have any issue with Gatorade. I had a lot of Gatorade this weekend to keep my fucking electrolytes up, I suppose. But Powerade. Shout out.
I just love all of this. Oh no, I think we were clicking the same thing. That's a beautiful story. It warms the cockles of my heart.
If nothing else, we love to warm a good cockle.
Down in the subcockle region. All I can think of is Dennis Leary, ASSHO. Down in the cockles, the subcockle region.
Right.
KJ and Nick just connected like Legos.
Right.
A true internet love story.
Jay fights Braun off.
Frankensteiner.
Did he call it the Brockensteiner?
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Did he call it the Brockensteiner? Is that a thing?
I don't know. Are you just finding things to be mad at Michael Cole with and everything like that?
No, I'm not mad about it.
Destroyer, not a Canadian destroyer.
He's got to stop changing fucking move names, man. They are what they are. Leave them alone.
Right? I still love Jose. A true internet love story. It would have been more believable if we met on Tinder somehow.
Jesus Christ. It wouldn't have lasted this long.
True. Oh, super kick. Not a super kick. Spear. Jey Uso spear. Do too many people do the spear?
Yes.
Two.
Two. Huge pop for this. This is fun.
Going up top. Uso splash. Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
Disqualification. Not a girl in the match doesn't mean no disqualification.
Well, if he gets caught, Braun would be disqualified and it would be Jay versus, but he didn't get caught and spear.
The ref looked the fuck at it.
I didn't. I admit, I don't know.
Two, slingshot spear, three.
Braun Breaker is running amok here tonight. Sam Adams cherry wheat will change your life, Victor. I don't even know where I'd find that, but I'm all right.
You got to talk to your New England connect. I bet you probably have that at a grocery store or two.
Here comes CM Punk.
See, when I moved down here, I was just looking for Labatt Blue and everything like that. I was doing the reverse of that. I need me my Canadian beer.
Yeah.
Do you see? So this has got to be Punk winning this, because does Braun win it and take on Gunther? And then it becomes the confliction of, well, Braun's now your world champion, but Seth has the briefcase.
Yeah, I'm torn, but I see a world where you could make that work. But 2-night SummerSlam, you've already seen the matches that they've announced, Nick. Punk Gunther sounds like a poster all ready to be written, ready to be.
Oh, absolutely. Like I'm not denying that I agree. Punk is the play to go. I'm just trying to see what if they went another way.
Right.
Oh, where was it? Oh, yeah. Lenny the Cool. Molson Triple X wrecked me back in the day.
Oh, my God.
That's what my stepfather drank. Molson Triple X.
My God. It's funny because, we're so used to it. We were, as a kid, I was banging out the OEs. Let's go.
Oh.
And a brown paper bag.
Playing Charlie 40 Hands. Everywhere I go, people
yes. Here comes Punk. All right, folks, your final prediction. Not one I can put it. I guess I could have done this all the way through, but I'm lazy sometimes.
It would have been 7 polls.
I've done so many fucking polls over the last. That sounds terrible. Never mind. Moving on.
Bitch, where's my money?
I'm pulled out.
He's taking too many polls.
I've taken too many polls over the last few days. I'm exhausted.
Fucking Christ.
All right. I'm gonna get rid of that. All right. Punk or Braun? Who we got?
Philip Seymour Punk.
Yeah, I think so.
Has to be. I mean, it's been already a huge showing for Braun.
Right.
And it we've talked about it's just been more of finding a what if they're not going to go with the obvious choice, which is Punk versus Gunther.
Punk off the top, double axe handle. A classic turn, Paul. Yeah, Paul's like, Seth's gone. I'm back to Punk. Let's go.
Right. I got to click on this, and this is slightly an inside joke, but KJ looking a bit Polish.
Well, it's a small piece, so it's Polish.
Fair enough. I was going, you're looking a bit Polish.
You're looking Polish. Oh, we're stupid.
Yeah, and you don't gotta tell them that. They're still watching.
We can all be dumb together. It's okay.
We lower the collective IQ.
Right. I've never been accused of looking Polish though. But
KJ's favorite WCW pay-per-view pulled out.
yeah, I was a big fan of Russo booking everything on a pole match.
Oh God, that don't fucking tempt that. That'll somehow spring up somewhere.
Oh shit. Paul, sorry, we're in commercial for some of you. We're about 15 seconds away. Punk just with the diving forearm and slides himself over the table like fucking Dukes of Hazzard style. I like it. Why did we read that? Oh,
I don't know. You clicked on it.
Jose, stop fucking with me. But yeah, who has a small baby?
Keep polling.
That should be a show.
We got KJ Durst instead of Fred Durst. Keep polling.
I swear to God, one of these nights I'm going to be here in a bubble vest and a starter cap. That was my fashion.
No, you just got to wear the flat back. You got to wear a flat cap.
Flat brim. That's too funny. I told you my fashion inspiration from 97 to 2001.
And it hasn't changed.
No, not much. I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but oh well. I'm not a fan of Punk. That is allowed. But I mean, I'm curious why.
Yeah, well, there's a varying degree of why, but it feels like a lot of people that normally have it are only of a selective group. As Punk also, by the way, with the Bret Hart attire.
Oh my God. What a suplex.
By the way, though, let's just point out that Braun Breaker's already been wrestling like 30, 45 minutes and everything like that. Like he's already had like 3 matches.
Yeah, Braun's been a tank tonight. Like unreal. He came on at like 9:45. It's 10:25 almost.
Is this one of those that Raw can go towards 11? Do you like the ambiguous ending or set timeline?
I like, if done right, like the casino style. If you had multiple fights happening all at the same time and you kept the action going kind of like you would in a Rumble, but having people just lay around the ring isn't my favorite. They've done a good job with this one tonight, making every individual step of the gauntlet matter. I don't feel like they've got a throwaway segment yet.
Oh, absolutely. And that was so good of Braun. Like, sorry, but while you were talking of he's looking dead in the camera of, is it clobbering time right now? Huh? I don't think so.
Good. KJ all pulled out. I got my twin Glock 40s. Talk back.
Well, instead of, all in, KJ's all out.
Right. I
like
agree
this.
Oh, sorry.
No, I just thought that was funny of polling to Seth's entrance music. Pull.
I think meant like, pull it down.
Yeah.
Boston, I agree, man. Like I've been on the record. You've heard me say it before. They're one of my least favorite style of matches.
Gauntlet matches are good done right. And this is done right.
Yes. This one's been a good one. Kofi Kingston was a good one.
Yes.
When it's too often, like, and again, the person coming out last has a really good shot, obviously. It generally works better if the babyface. But then, like I said, a lot of the ones in the past, someone comes out and loses in 2.5 minutes, but they're supposed to be a big star. It sucks.
That's the thing is you have to, and to give AEW credit, it's how they'll do it at times when you have a match that's your main event or feels main event caliber and it could go 60 minutes. You start at the top of the hour because in case it does go 60 minutes, you've got the time.
Yeah. Jose's got to be on that good tonight. I want to know what vitamins he hitting because he in love with this poll topic.
And 2 of them.
KJ's favorite. I don't have a favorite disease.
Who has a favorite disease?
Yeah, like what the fuck?
I get the joke and it's funny as hell, but who has a favorite disease?
I got a bad case of the polio over the last couple days.
Well, when it comes to a horse, you got a case of the polio over.
Yeah. CM Punk, big boot, second rope.
Ricky, what up? Been a minute, my guy. Breaker needs to work on that cardio. No, he needs to help us work on our cardio.
If Breaker needs to work on his fucking cardio, order me a casket now.
Jesus, that was aggressive.
But my God, like the kid's in shape. He's been here for 40 minutes. Like, I think he's doing fine.
Oh, well, yes, I get it was tongue in cheek. Pause.
Right? Yeah. I don't want to die. Stop wishing death on me, folks. And don't wish what Boston threw in the chat. Don't click on that.
No, I didn't intend to either. That's the gift that keeps on giving. And it's not Bradley.
It's like luggage. You keep that shit forever.
You just stuck with it.
Gunther's still watching on. If you're watching at home right now, and shout out Ricky, welcome back. Haven't seen you in a hot minute. Big ones in the house. They use the stipulation to build Braun up. I think that's what a big part of this is the fact that Braun is the guy right now because Seth is gone.
Oh, absolutely. All right, he got me on the back end, but I thought this was hilarious. Oh, relax, Santa. Listen, and then he got me like on the back end of, and you, Hammy Zayn, as well.
Hey, I'll come down that chimney and I won't be bringing gifts, motherfucker.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah.
I love that's hilarious. Hammy Zayn.
Hammy Zayn.
Short arm clothesline from Punk.
Right.
Now, see,
Bronson.
Yeah, Bronson, you're right there. Fucking do something.
No.
Okay. But again, right in front of the referee.
But he hasn't made contact.
He did the last time when the referee looked at it.
Well, apparently the ref wasn't looking. I missed it. But Punk boots Bronson down, going for the big elbow, selling it. Macho Man. And Graves gives us the oh yeah.
Bring it.
Welcome back, buddy. Miss you too. Hope you're doing well, sir.
Yeah, what? I thought they were like calling it the CM Con device. What I heard Michael Cole say.
This has gone on. Oh, no. DQ.
Has to be.
Oh,
how the fuck are there no disqualifications in a gauntlet match? It's a series of singles matches.
There is no disqualifications. I admit. Uso's back.
Uso.
Well, Bronson cost Uso.
They started off. They've over-convoluted the fuck out of this now.
They haven't done a lot yet.
You have disqualification in what should be a disqualification segment. Now you have Uso, the guy who just got eliminated, comes out and fires up and throws everybody else out here.
So Dale's saying like as long as they were clear about it, which by my reaction, yeah, look, no. I always thought there was a couple people.
It makes the most sense.
But Punk's gonna do it. Go to sleep. Night. Bring on Gunther. Let's go. CM Punk, Gunther, SummerSlam. Set it. Let's go.
It would have been so much better, though, if you didn't have the bullshit with Bronson and Jay.
I disagree.
Agree to disagree, because I thought I can't meet you there.
There's no point having the faction if they don't do stuff. One of my biggest.
But they already did stuff in the match. You didn't need to do it here.
But he was right there at ringside, and you even said, Bronson, you're right there. Like, why would you watch your buddy get beat up?
So then save it till then.
They did.
No, he did it twice. And then Jay coming out and he just got eliminated. Anyway, CM Punk won. We're happy about that.
So Punk got saved by the other babyface. I got no problem. And it was literally 3 minutes of the match compared to 40 minutes of no bullshit. Roman who? Exactly.
We haven't gone off air.
Punk telling Bronson's back. Here comes the Bronson man. Dun, 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 dun.
Here comes the Braun attack.
Okay, now we're okay. This is interesting.
Next week, Monday Night Raw tag match: Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker versus CM Punk and Jey Uso.
100%. Spear on Jay.
I'm telling you, we haven't gone off air. Are we going to end going off the air on a beatdown? Or are we going to wait for somebody to show up?
They're chanting OTC, Nick, but I just don't know how you play it in. Who does Roman beat up? Is it
everyone?
Right? Like he's like, fuck it, you're all dead.
But everybody's dead. Heyman, you eat a Superman. Braun, you eat a Superman. Bronson, you eat a Superman.
I will say this: in the absence, as they stack them, they're about to stack them and rack them, Nick.
They either kill him and go off air, or there's something here.
He's back.
Told you.
Let's
go. Your tribal chief.
What are we doing? Roman
Romulus Reigns back at it like a jackrabbit.
Roman's in the house. The fans called for it, and they got it.
TC1, TC1, TC1.
So, do you go Roman Braun at SummerSlam?
Superman. Roman Breaker.
Yeah.
The reverse of what I was saying before. If you do Roman Breaker, you do
Roman laying down. Bronson's got him on the head. Up he goes.
Samoan drop.
Samoan drop. The place is losing its mind right now. Let's go.
You knew something was going to happen.
They weren't taking a tsunami stack like that. That was going to be ugly.
Big dog is back.
The big dog, and we'll show you a spear.
Ooh.
It all makes sense. Bronson with the spear.
And Heyman is beside himself. He's seeing ghosts right now.
Oh, yeah. Shit in thy pants, sir.
I'm glad he wore his brown pants.
Yeah, in fact. The place is unglued. Roman is back.
OTC.
And he helps Jay up. The hand of the cuz. Let's go.
Now does he offer the hand to CM Punk?
I don't know.
That's where it's going to get interesting. I think we're going to end on that moment. Yeah, because he's looking to the corner.
Right? Punk puts his hand up and he's like, bitch,
right? This is where we're going to end tonight on Monday Night Raw. It's Roman Reigns and CM Punk.
Look.
They're going to kill him, you son of a bitch. They want him to do it. Like I said, this is Dylan, you son of a bitch.
It's into this building.
Oh, no, they just stare it down. So now you've got tree on tree.
Well, Paul, I mean, you're kind of outnumbered. Paul don't count.
Roman Reigns.
Unreal. And we have to
take 3 months off and still is the biggest star in this profession, let alone this company.
Hate him, love him, it doesn't matter. When the fans are reacting like this, again, and obviously Seth was supposed to be here for this. Seth can't be. They made Braun look like a beast tonight, so you set up that match. But yeah, Heyman's crew on their heels. Can they find reinforcement? What will happen? CM Punk Gunther's official, and yeah, maybe it's Roman and Jay versus Braun and Bronson.
Does this still continue to cause issue? Because right at the very end, you have Punk kind of doing this of Roman shows up and takes over Punk's spot.
Yeah.
Oh, does that continue to sell that? Anything you can do, I can do better.
Right. A little bit. I mean, there's always going to be this like distrust, this kind of distant resentment between each other. Like they just don't jive. They are oil and water. They just don't work. So, yeah, I mean, that's very interesting. Thank you so much, Victor. Thank you for being a part of the show, for a part of the fun. Folks, Raw has gone off the air. That is Raw. That is your Monday. We take a rating out of 10 for every single show. Get in that chat. Let us know what you liked, what you didn't like. Nick and I will stay around for a few more minutes before we shut them down and get ready for an NXT tomorrow. But again, Victor, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. You stay blessed as well. A classic turn by Paul. We didn't get that, and I don't think we'll get that. Paul definitely pooping the pants. It does, I think, Nick, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, they did a good job making Braun Breaker look like a monster tonight. Runs the gambit until he hits Punk, and now it's more believable for him to continue kind of, and like I said, maybe it's Jay and Roman against Braun and Bronson at SummerSlam.
Oh, absolutely. And well, I hope you actually at some point, or I don't know if you actually read it internally, but instead of out loud of Victor's super chat and everything talking
I
about
think I
the mental
did.
health thing. Well,
Great show,
I
gentlemen.
know you did internally, but not out loud.
I didn't read it. I lied. I thought I read it.
There you go. So yeah, now read it for the class.
I missed your mental health show. Hope you do another. I'm a survivor. My life, I owe my life to God and people like you guys. Stay blessed. I only read the stay blessed part and the great show part. That is terrible on my part. But Victor, we love it. We are going to do more mental health shows. It was our first one in honor of men's mental health. It's something that we want to be a daily discussion, not once a year, 1 month a year. Too many men are taking themselves out, and we got to help each other and build each other up. So we love that you love it. I'm glad you're a survivor. Everything's a lot better because you're here. And be a friend, tell a friend. And we got all those. So share that link with all your people. It's one of the best things I think we've ever done personally. But you and I both relate to it. And we got lots more coming your way with that kind of topic.
Oh, absolutely. It stays up there. So if you ever need a check-in or anything like that, you got that you can just tap right in then.
Just remember, you're never alone, folks.
Yeah. Did you make it to tomorrow? It'd be a whole lot cooler if you did. All right.
Wow.
All right.
Right.
But I think the gauntlet match played out perfectly. I know we had the whole discussion of didn't like gauntlet matches or seen it too much or don't like the stipulation, everything. That shows you what a gauntlet match should be, of everybody in that match mattered. You went in the right order of to where Penta starts it off versus Braun. You have Braun if he's going to be your sole survivor all the way through, and you show how much of a beast and a monster he is. I think it was great. The ending, if you didn't get Roman, the ending was great as it was. And Roman was just that extra little bit of an awesome sauce at the end.
The crowd went ballistic. That might be the biggest pop we've heard all month, all week, I wouldn't say all year, but like that was such a loud fucking pop. The crowd went bananas. And I will say this for anybody out there, because you're going to see it. They let Penta go a long while with Braun as to let him look good and then eat an L. If Braun's you got to remember, Braun Breaker now is sliding into that top heel spot. So he has to put down guys. If he's 50-50, we're not going to believe that he can fill Seth's shoes even temporarily.
Right.
So the way it works out, and again, Punk gets Gunther, Jay and Roman get Braun, and we'll see where it goes. Maybe Paul pulls somebody in because they might need some reinforcement. They were on their heels tonight. We haven't seen that very much for this faction.
Yeah, and again, with certain situations, maybe those running shoes weren't your size type of thing, like you were saying. If Braun looks, lets everybody go over him and everything with this, he looked like an absolute monster. He looks like he's the next guy to pick up the reins, pun intended, with Roman now shows up. And Roman Reigns, like they all due respect to CM Punk winning. That crowd shifted on a fucking dime and just was all about anything with Roman.
When they stacked him for the tsunami, instant OTC chance.
Because that's a rack 'em and stack 'em move.
Yeah, they were never going to happen, right? They were never going to. And like you say, he's infamous for racking 'em and stack 'em. So I think, and then when they got the music, the place went bananas. Roman comes out, clears house. I mean, the fucking reaction. I don't love the part-time schedule of the man. I don't, but he's earned it by a lot of regard out there. But you can't argue when he shows up, people go bananas. Like he is the biggest needle mover in wrestling.
Oh, it's undeniable at this point and I think that it's proof positive with him still working a part-time schedule and shows up, and that might play into his advantage of he's such a big attraction and such a special attraction. You can't fault him because it's the same. It's been done before. I mean, Christ Almighty, Brock Lesnar was doing it before.
But you don't want to become Brock in that sense.
No, but I know. Well, Brock was also though one of those guys that he just shows up, smashes them, and leaves. Yeah. We know Roman will show up, be there, and Roman can still go. Roman, when he shows up, can go.
And Roman didn't show up and go after Gunther. I mean, I think there's a side story here with Paul that they're going to play out, and Punk gets to go after Gunther. But I mean, we'll see. but are undeniable the reaction that man got tonight. 8 out of 10 from Richard.
It
Raw
makes
was
sense that
awesome.
if he to me he was going to go at Seth, and so now he's going to go at Seth's faction. I'm glad he didn't get involved like some people thought at Saturday's main event. He was going to get back involved with the Bloodline storyline.
No, no. No, I didn't think that, and I wondered, like, there was no reports of it, but like the idea of Roman being like backstage at Saturday main event, and they're like canceled,
Pivot.
Right? Get back on the plane, get your caviar. This isn't happening. Raw was awesome tonight. Wish it was like this every week. We all do, big one. We all do.
Maybe it'll start to get that way. We'll see. We'll see.
Right, 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 8.5. Raw was an 8. I'm kind of in that ballpark. 8 out of 10. The wheels have officially started turning for SummerSlam. I'm pumped. 8.5. I got goosebumps, can't lie. Unable to give a rating because I was watching the Home Run Derby. Give us a rating out of 10 on the Home Run Derby, Christian.
You can go with how many home runs were hit out of how many pitches were thrown. That's your rating.
8.25 out of 10. Roman might bump Raw to 8.5. 9. 8. Did Roman show up because Seth got injured? No. I don't think so. I think this was the plan.
Well, we don't know so.
I know. I'm guessing. I'll be honest. Right. Either one of us could be right on this one. I feel like they were building towards Seth Roman, as we've talked about. I felt like Punk was going to get Gunther at SummerSlam, and then I wondered if they did some type of match, kind of like we just saw with Naomi. Like Roman beats Seth, but Seth shows up later and cashes in on Punk. Fuck.
Right. Well, and is it in this match to where instead of Bronson doing the second interference spot, it's Seth now that interferes, and that's when you get like Seth's about to take everybody out. Like if he's involved in there, and that's when Roman shows up, and he wails away on Seth instead of Braun. I
think if Seth is healthy, we don't get this gauntlet match. I think it's something else. That's just a guess too. Whoa. I don't know.
That you're not. It's not a bad shot. I mean, they kind of pretty much said he's injured, so here's the gauntlet match.
Well, because I could see a world where like LA loses. Now, the big question coming out of this, we've talked a lot about the good stuff. LA Knight. I think LA Knight carrying Cross has a ring to it, but where does LA go now? Like people are going to be upset. The LA fans are going to be upset.
Right. Mid card again. He's an AJIC kind of right there, peripheral top card, maybe tags. I don't know. Well, and he's still technically a SmackDown guy. So does he go at solo?
Just go back
that way. Do they do the gauntlet match, but in Seth's involved with this?
I mean, it's so hard to say because, like I said, if the rumors were true, like the initial rumors, Seth beats LA Knight at Saturday main event. And Roman comes back at Saturday main event to kind of, oh my God. If they didn't do that and the plan the whole time was tonight, I mean, maybe it is Seth. But Seth doesn't really need to be in that because he got that fucking contract. So could he be in it? I don't know. Like, again,
there's so many. Have him in it. He loses to Punk, and then he's going to just destroy everybody. And we go into that, and then that's when you get the Roman. You set up closer towards Roman Seth.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that at all. 8.5 out of 10, hell of a show. I'm gonna go 8.5 with Boston. Boston's convinced.
9.
You're going with John.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm just enjoying the wrestling more or the wrestling's that good. If I'm out here, it's 9s are all around of 9, 9.5, 8.5. To me, it's a 9 of
right.
I could see with the 8s, 8.5s, like you were kind of around there. Roman Reigns shows up, bumps it to a 9.
Listen, I mean, really splitting hairs. As far as like I could see, 9's fine. I mean, it was a really good show. I really think the only kind of like soft part of the show that I didn't much care about was Chelsea Nikki, but I thought their match actually surprised me at how decent the match was until I said it, and then they kind of got flubby on the ending. But I think from start to finish tonight, there was such a good flow to it. The matches were good. Don't forget, Bailey and Lyra tore it down tonight. This is awesome.
Oh, absolutely. A 2 out of 3 falls match just happened to be there.
Right? Like we're talking all about the end of the show, but I feel like this show was robust.
Robust, rotund, and everything. But let's not also forget, I think somebody pointed out exactly how long Braun Breaker was in the ring for, but like the main event lasted about an hour, like we kind of thought it was going to go and everything. That's still impressive.
Yeah, I feel like part of the mission tonight was really, like, we know Braun's a badass. We know Braun, but Braun was going to be a henchman to Seth. If Braun is kind of filling the gap right now, you did a good job making Braun look like a monster. Sorry, LA. Sorry, Penta. Sorry, Jay, but we got to make Braun stand out here because he's got to take on Roman when it was going to be Seth.
Absolutely. Are you more intrigued in the Raw men's world title picture and the SmackDown tag title picture, or the Raw tag title picture and the SmackDown men's title picture?
Yeah, I mean,
Cody or this.
The Raw's world title picture is looking solid right now. A lot of intangibles, a lot of what ifs or what could be. The SmackDown, I mean, good old Uncle John is on his farewell tour. That being said, there's a lot of people that think he's going to lose to Cody at SummerSlam. And that is intriguing as shit because I don't believe it.
It becomes the big question of, and then what?
And then what?
Yeah, you can have a good idea, but how do you follow it up?
And I'm go with it. Yeah.
Well, and that's the big thing, like we were talking about with This Week in Pro Wrestling, of we had a great weekend. How do you follow it up with? I would dare say WWE outside of Evolution have gone above what they even did with Great American Bash and Saturday Night's Main Event.
Well, like I said, I mean, yeah, we did talk about the headline. Pardon me, the headline stealing. But I mean, in the words of Shorzy, you got to set the fucking tone, and that's what Raw did tonight. It set the fucking tone for this whole week. So tomorrow, NXT's got a lot going on. Carry the ball rolling. Tony, you got to be planning, man. And you had what people feel was your best pay-per-view of 2025. You got to have one of your best dynamites of 2025 Wednesday. Not as like only the sickos think it was the best. Actually deliver a fucking solid show. And again, I don't think it's going to stop. I think SmackDown's going to cook. John and Cody both in the building. We'll see what happens. And then, of course, we get Slammiversary, so we're kind of spoiled. Lyra looked great, 100% with you. Marvin going 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Hashtags, use the hashtags on all your social posts. We'll find them, folks. Mike, welcome. Real Starbug on TV. Mike's feeling it. War Games, we'll talk about War Games another day because we're tapping out here tonight. 8 out of 10. I'm trying to see 8 out of 10. S, I don't know what that means.
It rhymes with 8 out of 10 slightly, but and then 8
out of 10. 10 out of we get a 10. Thank you, Kyle. All right, ladies and gentlemen, another super chat. Jose, we love you for it. 10 out of 10. We're batting 1,000. I love it. Great show tonight. Good gauntlet match and a fantastic ending to the show with Roman Reigns coming out to help Jay. Punk 8.5. I mean, everyone's fucking loving this right now. I guess he moved on.
But see, it's one of those to me of that. I love where we're at in pro wrestling of just everything is fucking cool right now. There's not a whole lot to complain about. And now it's really easy to point out the grifters and the drifters and everything because they're the ones that are just bitching to bitch. It's like, oh, no, you're lying. You're lying. You're lying. Go bye. Bye-bye.
Right. And I did see a little bit, there's always one, and our buddy J-Boy, like, PG-13's back or whatever. Maybe not the biggest Roman fan. That's allowed. Don't want to pick on him. But again, when you go to coming out of All In, you saw the WWE grifters and the tribalists that just had to eat it alive and had to shit all over it, wouldn't give it any credit. The same thing for Evolution and other shows. Tonight's going to be that. Tomorrow morning, you're going to wake up to people that said this show sucked. It wasn't good, blah, blah, blah. Who cares about Roman? At the end of the day, banging out. Let's go.
Right. Well, Larry, what did I do? Nick and the trolls and the haters. What did I do to say?
It's like, that sounds like a song. Nick and the troll and the haters.
Right. And the frog and the bog and the hole.
I'm glad it's trolls because if it was singular, I thought he was talking about me.
Bog down in the valley, yo.
All right, all right, all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the show. That is our night. Monday kicked off. Good energy. Again, we've been spoiled as wrestling fans. Be a friend, tell a friend. Like, share, subscribe. Don't forget, all of our interviews are down below. All our special streams, including the mental health one. Go check that out. And also, when we're done here, go check out our buddy Geekbox. He's got all the reactions. And again, you'll realize how good we are at this. Humble brag, or direct brag. I wasn't even humble about it at all. But thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the show. The OTC is back. CM Punk's going to take on Gunther. Follow all our shit, folks. We got so much coming your way. Nick, what a fucking night. This was a good one.
Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is all authentic. When you're talking about that wrestling, you put that for life with it. Roman Reigns.
Come back tomorrow. We'll see you on the flip side. Good night.